Joke's on you, I guess.
Hey everybody, this is Grimcad, and we are here with some more D&D Thursdays with The Shifting City. We're going to be pretty much jumping right in, although we are going to have a little bit of stuff to take care of. Again, joining us, hi, I'm Grimcad, I'm your DM. Let's get highs from everybody else. Let's start with Janian.
Hello.
Adrian.
Hola.
Guts.
Hello? Good morning.
Rick.
Hello there.
And last but not least, Tadpole.
Slaves, unite against your oppressors!
The birds work for the bourgeoisie. Do not trust them.
So some interesting things happened. We spent a long time, not a long time, I don't mean it to sound like a negative, but we spent quite a while shopping and buffing ourselves up. We spent about a week or so in-game doing that. So the city has shifted. We are in some sort of plane that's sort of spooky in a sulfury smelling kind of way. The only thing we've really seen of it is that the grass is sort of a yellowish color. Fairly well manicured by the looks of it, almost as if it was mowed. We don't know anything else. Oh, and there are some sort of clouds coming from it as well.
Nuclear fallout.
But we haven't stepped foot out into the wilderness because we've decided to do something inside the city for once. We were told to speak with a person, loosely, by the name of Thorgrim the Magnificent. We did speak with them, and they gave you a task. Apparently he has something to do with the city's security in some sort of vaguely explained way to you. He is a senator, but, well, it's a bit odd. He somewhat excitedly told you that the way you can help right now is that there is a certain cult that is getting a lot of traction amongst the slaves. Said cult is in the 7th district of Scheim, which is sort of right here in this corner. He knew exactly where it was, and he basically sent you to the address and told you to deal with it. However, he did exercise or caution you to exercise caution, as he said this was a fairly serious thing. We sort of have staked out the mansion, but that's pretty much as far as we've gotten. We've made a cursory plan, which involves my all-time favorite thing of splitting the party. Tadpole has decided to go off on their own and seek out slaves, to see what's going on, to get the nitty-gritty. Being a slave herself, of course, you know, that should work fairly well. Maybe Tadpole has some ulterior motives there. I'm not entirely sure. Rick and... I forgot your name, Janian, have sort of rather forcefully cleared out a building within sight of the mansion, so where they can sort of keep an eye on it. They are currently on the 5th story of a building, a couple hundred meters or so away from the building itself. They can get a fairly good sight on it, but they shouldn't, at least theoretically, be attracting too much attention to themselves. They did, not to gloss over it, kill all the inhabitants of said building. Adrian has decided to go out into the city to do a little bit of quote-unquote plague doctoring. Basically making himself known, doing what he can to sort of not exactly cure ailments, because I don't believe you have much in the way of curing, but certainly diagnose and
I just got a staff of healing.
that's right, you did. And to do some healing amongst the populace and try to find out things by that. Guts, we have got a lot of work to do with you. Because
Yes.
first we have to figure out what sort of things we want to do. And then, while most of this was happening, you were off with your newfound sisters in order to presumably, and of course, if you do not wish to do this, you can say so, but in order to presumably begin crafting your soul bag.
Let's go for it. No better time than now.
Okay. So if you have not finalized what items you want to buy, that's okay. You can start working on that now in the background a little bit. I gave you prices on some of the things you did ask for, but if you come up with things in the meantime, feel free just to post them in the Discord and I'll look at them as we are moving across.
By the way, Grim,
Yes.
For the most part, I figured it all out, so.
Okay.
what district is the Magnificent from? Does he like have a district of his own?
Well, sure, he does. He is, coincidentally, from the 15th district, which is Tijan.
Okay. So adjacent, but not his, basically. We're not in his district. Got it.
Correct. If you think of it as being sort of the noble version of it, you aren't too far off. Also, I had a beautifully constructed map for our meeting with Thorgrim. It's really a shame that you can't see it right now. Nothing short of a work of art.
It truly was a magnificent house. One of the most magnificent maps yet. But to be fair, with what it is, that could have been his house this time, and next time it might be something different.
It's very possible.
Can I ask a question to one of my friends here, if we haven't separated yet?
This is back in time, so no, we haven't quite separated yet.
Okay. Is there a penalty for killing other people in the city? And if so, would we by chance be held accountable for any deaths that might ensue by fulfilling Logrim's, whatever directive?
Well, the city doesn't really look down upon death, or doesn't really look at it in general. Anyways, you don't need to worry about that. And I think we're pretty covered law-wise with the writ and everything that the guards gave us.
Okay, just checking.
I mean,
We're not saying like go up to like someone standing next to a gun and stab them. We're saying that it's the slums. No one gives a shit, kind of.
Oh,
yeah.
so we can't kill Logrim instead.
I don't think we could.
I mean, if you want to try, go ahead.
Just hypothetically is all. Just hypothetically.
That is the other thing. You were given a writ basically saying that whatever actions you're taking in the district, you are taking on behalf of Thorgrim. So you're directly his agents, basically.
Do we know if he has authority over this other district?
You would, in fact, not know that.
Can we find that out? It's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm the mayor of, Los Angeles. Go kill these people in New York, and it's fine. Really, it's fine.
You could spend some time doing that. That would be a thing you'd have to spend some time doing, and it would be sort of the finding people related to law or sort of poring over law books type deal.
I could just ask, probably just ask a good friend Stromtoli.
Was-
Believe
he likes us, but he's still like unofficial and quite powerful. I don't think he's going to just see us on a whim.
Why you just send him?
It is unlikely. I'll just, that you'd get into. That you directly would get into trouble from it. I mean, at the end of the
I just want to
day.
be a pawn. I don't want to be the what's the term the patsy here.
Well, like I am saying, at the end of the day, there are 2 nobles on the Senate seat from the district you are in. And one of them is definitely not Thorgrim the Magnificent. But from your understanding, he is doing sort of a citywide effort to help fix the problem with the revolt.
Okay. That's all I had.
Excuse me.
I wonder if that's something I should have worried about before murdering an innocent house of people.
Nah.
No. They weren't people, they were slaves.
Too late now.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that.
They weren't people, they were corpses.
Yeah. They were corpses that didn't know it yet.
Oh god.
Man, I'm
I
like
mean,
gassy and burpy today. Excuse me.
Oversharing.
Just burpy. Guts. You're
Yes.
back. This is sort of an in-between time. You have not yet talked with Thorgrim. Everyone is sort of doing their own thing in their own shopping. The 2 hags approach you, and they're pretty eager to get on their way.
yeah.
That was me getting into character in a very
Oh.
terrible way.
It's all good.
I am the hag. I am the
Just
hag.
like, channel the hag.
The
Be
channel
the
the hag. Be the hag.
Sadie approaches you first. Well, dearie, it's about time we got ready and did this thing. As we're getting ready to construct this, you have to know that sort of feelings are important. And it's usually best to disregard them as much as possible, however. What we're getting at is if there's anyone you have a particularly strong attachment to one way or another, it tends to make for the best materials. Is there anyone that you can think of in your life that, you'd be willing to sacrifice for power?
Alive? No.
Well, that makes things somewhat difficult then. We could do this if you don't have anyone that intimate with you, in one of several ways. We could simply go off like a barbarian and pick someone off to the street, or we can find someone and make things a bit more interesting for us all.
And how exactly I get. What do you mean by make it more interesting?
Well, as you begin to enter the coven with us, you'll gain certain abilities, things we don't often like to advertise. You'll be able to, or at least you should normally be able to, enter folks in their dreams and send them messages, make them somewhat suggestive to the things that you have. Now, even as I say it, I'm not sure if that will work with you. Do you even sleep?
Not. not a normal sleep. It's more like a meditative state, but it's something similar. I'm aware, but I'm also not quite here.
I see. That may be enough to work with, but not as you are now. We'd have to make you something more. We have some ideas in what we're doing, and the bag is the main part of it. I just want you to understand, we're going off of theoretical work of someone else. This isn't necessarily our research.
Understandable. This is rather a unique case.
Indeed.
So what do you suggest?
Well, as I mentioned before, we could always go and grab just a random person off the street, if you're eager to get this done very quickly. Or we could take someone and, well, do a little work on them. A little molding and shaping, if you will. Help to make them more susceptible to the magic. Torment
I'm assuming the
someone
latter.
much
Oh,
more
sorry.
plainly.
I'm assuming the latter is more potent.
Very likely. It stands to reason. It's a somewhat empathetic form of magic, and, well, as emotions tend to run high, it should be more potent.
And I have a say in who I can pick for this?
Of course, dearie. This is a personal thing.
Cat's gotta go fall in love.
We're helping you and moving you on your journey, but it's all your decision.
Alright, well, I guess the latter is probably the one I'm gonna go for. I'd rather it has a higher chance to work. Then yeah, I would prefer we choose.
They're very pleased by that, and they sort of go in for a, one of those little hug type things, and all three of you are hugging. Oh, we're so excited you chose that.
Oh, that's so cute.
Now let's go torture someone. Well, again, if you don't have anyone in mind, I suppose we can just pick someone at random or find an easy target and go about our business.
Just go ask the two tanks to go get you some bodies.
Okay, this is out of character, but have we ran into anyone who was like just a complete dick to us?
Oh, you gotta find that trust merchant that helped kidnap Zeus.
Let's do that. Yeah, him.
Look, actually,
yeah, that's the only person who was flat out dickish to you. No, there were some people who were not very happy from Hambone's expedition too with you.
We've had a couple, but he's been the only standout one.
Well, yeah, because he's the only one that I could think of that literally we didn't do anything to him and he kidnapped Zeus. So
Right. Let me get some investigation rolls from you.
Do we still have the mirror? Just
You do not have the mirror. You
no,
have
gave it to the rat folk.
given that to the rat folk already.
oh yes, that's right. That's right.
Let me see. Gosh, investigation is what? Wisdom?
yeah,
Yeah, where's that intelligence? I never remember.
pretty sure.
No,
Wait, it
this
might
is
actually be.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
Oh yeah, it's intelligence.
I don't have them on proper character sheets if you have not noticed.
All good.
Give me another 2 of those.
What is your token, Grim?
Doesn't need the little from the cartoon, right?
Yeah, the D&D cartoon
Yeah,
guy.
it's like an evil one that somebody made. I saw it and thought it was fantastic. So over the course of a couple of days, and it really does take you about 3 days, you manage to find a bit of a lead. It turns out that this person has not exactly stopped doing business in that sort of market area, regardless as to what you're saying. So you find them. Between the two of the hags doing a fair amount of work as well, and it seems that they have somewhat of a knack for it. You manage to find out most of what you can about him, and it's... well, frankly, they're not good people. This is something they do fairly often. You know, it's sort of a kidnapping and selling things. They typically target slaves, although you're not entirely sure to what end. You know, using your imagination a little bit will tell you that it's not to a good one.
Wait, he's working with other people now? Because we killed AJ in that crew.
There are probably other slave traders,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't imagine.
Illegal slave traders, not the legal ones.
Yeah, illegal.
Right, that's an important distinction.
Illegal.
Yeah, but this is more of a thing that's going on inside the city itself, you know.
Yeah, human trafficking inside the city, or humanoid trafficking.
Black market trafficking.
Right. Not sanctioned by taxes, which is important.
Oh yeah.
It's technically tax fraud.
Did Skog have his limbs back?
His name is Darren Salt.
Darren Soul.
And he does pretty well for himself, excuse me. He's not bad in the way of a merchant itself. He tends to sell things directly. He does not manufacture them himself, but, you know, he's one of the people who buys what people do and then sells them. He lives alone, and of course he makes a substantial amount of gold off of his side business.
And I'm assuming he's probably not still working in the square that we went to.
No, he's still there.
He is. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Likely you scared him away for a few days, but then after, you know, asking around and all that, he is back to his old site.
Asshole. Alright. We're gonna have to play this safe, so...
The hags
Which...
are pretty much content to let you do this however you wish, but they let you know that the actual process of the killing is something that needs to happen in more of a closed, confined area where they need time to work. The three of you, so like you can't just murder him and then go drag him off and do it.
Yeah. Let's...
I'm just going to get a random token, so if it's one we've seen before, that's why. So many tokens. Boop. So you know where this person lives. You know where this person works.
Wonderful. I say... We should definitely do it when it's dark. But I don't know whether we should do it while he's packing up for the night. Or ambush him on his way home.
theory, if it's up to us, I think ambushing them on his way home would be for the best. The marketplace will be somewhat crowded no matter what, but with the presumably unique dangers that are going around the city right now, past a certain time there won't be many people out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And should we when we were investigating, did we find out how busy like the area around his home is? Like,
There was a natural 20 on there. You'd have found out anything you want to know.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the way 2 and 4, there would be a couple people around, but it's not like they would be close to him or anything. I mean, it's hard to get away from bystanders all the time.
Maybe we can try and lead him. I'm assuming that there has to be an alley by his house.
Yeah, I mean, most
Wherever
of the
he
city
lives.
is alley.
Yeah, so
It's just a maze of makeshift roads and all that. The only official roads are the main magical roads.
I don't think that'll work, Jagan. I don't think that'll work.
I mean, the crones do, illusion up to be a beautiful person, although their idea of a beautiful person does happen to be the idea of a beautiful bullywug.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. What I can do is I'm sure there's some place here that has like dresses and stuff and paintings of what like beautiful humanoid women. He's a humanoid, right?
Yes, he's human.
All right. So if I can find something that will show what like a beautiful woman would look like, and have them morph into like kind of those, and then lure him into an alley offering services, then we can attack him. I can use my pipes of haunting, or what was it? One of my College of Threnody abilities. Or is it? Lamentful Few, and then polymorph him into a rat. No, wait, not a rat. Something that's big. What's something that's kind of useless? A koala?
Oh god.
Koala's dangerous.
Yeah, but they
Drop
sleep.
bears.
A sloth.
A sloth, yeah, a sloth. And then just bring him back and polymorph him back.
If you pitch the idea, these hags find the idea of polymorphing into a humanoid appearance pretty much distasteful. Where they are from, there's not much in the way of humans, so even still they think they're a bit ugly, but they are willing to go with it.
Well, the way I say it, I'm like, it's not your true form, and we're only doing it for a very short amount of time.
We understand. We will follow our pride for you for now.
And in that case, that means this guy's all the more distasteful. So you don't have to feel, I mean, you probably won't anyway, but I don't have to feel bad about killing him.
No, we would not feel bad about it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured, but,
Alright, well, I suppose we can lure him somewhere.
Alright. I don't want it to be close. It has to be somewhere closer to, because I don't want it being, I mean, not that it would matter if it's traced back to us, because it's not like this city is very lawful anyway. But yeah, so alright, let's polymorph these ladies into some
So we move on to a somewhat familiar map. Because it is quote unquote my default street map. And here is this person. and Sue, and Sadie.
Cheeky Sadie.
And they're willing to go about it, or at least they're certainly willing to try. They approach him. You're fairly close. It's dark. There may be some people around watching, but nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
And the NPCs roll to seduce each other. And one does a pretty good job of doing so. You are presumably laying in wait.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I would like to lead them down an out. Like, there's probably an alley that I would want them to lead him down, and I'll be waiting like towards the back of it, probably hiding behind some garbage or something.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check, if you would, please.
Just be a pile of bones. Like, oh god, there's people here. Don't worry about it.
Oh!
Well.
We've got to play dead. Play dead.
Should I? Serious?
You are armed, so...
I mean, can I just look like I'm going through trash? Like I'm a...
You can.
Like I'm a... Yeah.
But you get the feeling he knows something is up. I mean, they're not the best at subterfuge in this way. They managed to get him to come, and, they sort of went straight to you. And they saw you waiting. He kind of recognized you.
Yeah, good, bitch.
And again, we're sort of hand-waving disguises and all this for the sake of story, so he recognizes you.
Yeah.
But now you get to act first. Sue and Sadie are blocking the way into the alley, as you can see. And it is your action.
So, I would like to do my lamentful fugue where I can install feelings of remorse and sadness. Maybe this one I would like to say that he's not getting some, so which is why he's going to be depressed.
That's why he's getting depressed. It's not the selling people into slavery or anything else.
Nope.
All right. He is thoroughly saddened.
All right, and while he mourning the fact that he's not gonna be happy man tonight, what we're gonna do is I am going to, where is it? Try and polymorph him into a sloth.
Wisdom. They fail.
I think he's
Does that say?
Alright.
So he turns into a rather large sloth.
Alright, and I think I'm wearing a cloak, so I just want to wrap him up within it and then just
Okay.
kind of toss him over my back.
You can do so without a problem.
Alright, and then we're heading back home.
All right. You grab your newfound thingy, and you head home. They're pleased. Very good. We'll need a room to work in, and likely we'll need a room somewhere where hopefully the others are a bit understanding of our privacy and things of a more delicate nature.
Wait, but Rick, argue that we should, because she would probably hate us, so.
Yeah, but don't
Where
you
do you
need
think-
to be the one that kills?
Can we drag
Yeah.
out, like, this room right here? Can we
This-
drag out the, what do you call them, the beds, and just use that?
I mean, I certainly don't have a problem with it.
And, wasn't there cages in the
In the attic.
in the attic? Can we grab those and bring them down here?
It'll take a while, but yes, you could.
Or is the attic vacant?
Adrian has somewhat claimed the attic. I mean,
Okay, in that case, then yeah, we'll just.
That's the thing that's between you guys. Don't get me wrong, I don't care.
If you go
No,
up
it's
there,
fine. I think he said that's your study, right?
Yeah. If you go up there, a magic mouth will appear on the wall saying "No hags allowed."
No, yeah. All right. Can you loan me those cages?
Oh, you're good.
Sure. So we can move a bed out into the hallway, another bed out into the hallway, and a cage into the room.
All right, and then we're gonna put him in there.
Bloop.
Bloop.
Oh, well, you know, he's in there,
He's in there.
sort of.
Can we not block off my kitchen?
You could totally just put the extra 2 beds in my room so I can have 3 long beds.
Oh, there are guest beds. They're in the main hallway of the first floor.
Okay, I mean, it's not.
If I can't have them, no one can have them. Destroys me.
It's not super important where the beds go, but it's, you know. Alright, so you have him caged, and you have somewhat of an area prepared. The room was somewhat being used for storage of weapons and things that were sort of miscellaneous and used by the party, but they're just moved into the already full of random servant beds sort of room. And it happens to give you some fairly nice surfaces to work with. At some point, you're asked to go get materials, and they're more or less materials that can be found pretty easily from any commonly, you know, magical ingredients or reagent thing. It's nothing outlandish or sorry, I just got a ping, or exotic or anything like that. It's not even really in the costly nature of things, for the most part. It's a lot of things, however. So it takes you a little bit of time to actually begin to track these things down. While you're going through this, this person is somewhat kept magically asleep. Now here's my next question, because, you know, Rick does bring up an interesting point. Zoosh, of course, would not be happy to have this person in their house. We've seen how she reacts to people like Amlod. And it's not favorably. It's more of a, well, I'm going to go kill him now. And I'm going to do everything in the power to attempt to kill him when you are not watching me. So are you going to attempt to bring him in secretly? Are you going to attempt to talk to Zoosh, tell him what's going on, or what?
I would talk to her before, let her know that this guy, we're bringing him in here for nefarious purposes and not to worry. that he's gonna obviously pay for what he's done, and that's sort of why he's here. But he's here specifically to act as kind of like a ingredient. So he's off limits. Like, I understand upset, and it's rightfully, but he cannot be touched. He's here to fulfill a specific need, and that need alone, and he's gonna die. So that's what I would like to try and explain to her. Obviously, I would probably send the hags on ahead with him while I talk to her
Okay.
to deposit him in the room, I guess.
Roll me persuasion with advantage. She trusts you. She wants you to make him suffer.
The best we can.
She's pretty
It's
vocal
that
about
type.
it.
I mean, the whole point is it has. The whole point of this has to be, he has to suffer emotionally for it to be very potent. So that's the idea.
So, that's pretty much settled. Over the course of next week, you begin sort of, frankly, torturing this person in mental and physical ways. It's rough, but, you know, we're sort of
Hard work.
hand-waving over it.
Did we loot him? No.
He didn't have
We don't
anything on
give a
him.
shit no more.
Zeus got some dresses if she wants.
It's
That's
okay.
the
He's an
thing,
asshole.
He's gonna die, and you did say he was making a mint with his business.
He did, but he
It's
didn't
just-
necessarily have
just-
it on him.
Just hoping he would kind of have a fat coin, but
Let's say that whatever he had on him covers the costs of the material ingredients to help create him into the magical item.
that actually makes it really easy.
It does. But after about a week or so of working and doing so, hand waving and all, what you wind up with is something about the size of, well, honestly, your rib cage. The idea for them, at least, is to actually put it in under your ribs.
Okay.
It's gross. It's sort of
It's nasty.
pulsating and undulating in unnatural ways, considering, of course, it's a bag. And if someone sees it, it's gonna be pretty obvious that whatever it is, it's not happy fun times.
Well, mind their own business.
If somebody sees it, that means they're
Do you
looking
want
inside the
to
rib
get
cage of a
back?
skeleton. They're not gonna think anything else is unusual by comparison.
Right.
So they should just mind their own business.
But they will think, well, this isn't no ordinary skeleton.
Wait, what happened now?
This one. It's like, what gave you? Is that your professional opinion? What gave it away?
Maybe it's the fact that you're covered in more loot than a Tarrasque.
Well, besides that, it's a thing that you should keep on you at all times, because it does take a little while to deal with. As you get further and further into the coven, and as you get more and more attuned to it, it will do more and more things, frankly. There is no soul in the bag right now. And I don't actually have this typed up, and I can type it up in a couple of minutes of what exactly it does. But when you make the killing blow, on something in melee. It's got to be melee range. It doesn't have to be necessarily melee. I mean, you can use a spell from melee range, and that's fine. But it's got to be adjacent to it. You can trap their soul. You get a random number of charges from the souls, because at this point in time, you don't know what's a good soul, what's a bad soul. And right now, you can use the charges from the souls in two ways. You can use it to heal another person within touch range for 2d6 per charge, or you can use it to harm a person in touch range for 2d6 per charge. And there is not a limit to the amount of charges that you can expend in one use.
Ooh.
So if you got, and this is an extreme example, 20 charges, you could do 40d6 damage or 40d6 healing. Now granted, that's an extreme example. It ain't gonna happen, but and that is all that you can do with it right now. Sue and Sadie are immensely pleased at this. This is the pinnacle of someone else's life's research. It's more or less the reason they were gathered on the one plane. They were sharing notes, sharing ideas, and attempting to construct something more than normal. They themselves do not have soul bags or anything like this as well. This, at the moment, is a one-of-a-kind and unique item for all that they know.
Wonderful. We did it, guys. So, guys, we did it.
Guts out here pioneering and evil and shit.
Are we the bad guy?
You guys are
Yeah.
definitely, if not the
We're the
bad guys,
baddies.
certainly on the way to being the bad guys.
Soon we're gonna have paladins and holy clerics knocking on our door, man. And they're going to be greeted by our nightmare crab.
So, while you did not go and visit Thorgrim with the others, because you are busy working, you have now finished your work. This is basically the first step in linking yourself and making yourself part of the Coven, because you now have, while it's on you and while it's been on you, more sort of a corporal living body as far as they understand to it. And again, they don't know everything about it because they used research and whatnot that wasn't exactly theirs. So there may or may not be some side effects down the line, but who knows?
Who knows? It's all good.
So you are presumably meeting up with the others, which is namely Rick and... God, Janie, man, I just keep on forgetting your character's name. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Usually I'm the one you don't forget.
I know. I don't know what it is today. As I have mentioned before, well, I mean, you guys can fill her in. I don't...
Yeah. Or did you read the thing that I posted last week or earlier this week? Guys?
Where?
Discord.
What are we talking about?
Let me go look right quick. Something about Jennifer Lawrence? Let's see.
It was a
That's
while
not
ago.
That's
now.
guacamole.
I see Reg
if-
in there, which I thought was very funny, by the way. Complete, coincidence, too.
Guts should.
I was shocked.
she
It
searches
just said Reg,
for it.
and it's like, whoa.
I don't know. Tell me again and pretend I didn't look. Because I'm sure I've looked, but now I've forgotten.
What?
Huh. What was that, Janian?
I was asking if Guts had read what I pinged her earlier in the week about everything that happened last week.
Oh yeah,
So
I read it.
say, saves recapping for the third time again.
All right, fair enough.
No, I read it.
So you are more or less appraised and aware of the
Appraised.
situation.
Yes.
I have forgotten English. Alas.
Well, now you've got some spare time. Were you going to be helping us with this whole slave revolt situation?
I don't see why not.
Well, me and Rick managed to get us another apartment over by the manor. If you want to come stay with us for a couple of days out there and help us get some more info.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've pretty much done what I need to do for now, so.
And then as we walk, I see Lee will update Guts on everything that's happened and what people are doing, like Adrian and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So before that, there are 3 questions. Sort of loaded questions. The hags want to stay with you, Guts. Like, this is pretty much a now-on thing. They're not very much like Zeus, where Zeus is more or less content to wait it out back at camp and all that. The Sea Hags want to be around with you. They say it's important for the development of the Coven. The question is, do you go along with that?
Well, let me run it by everyone else. Would it... I would assume as long as they don't get in the way while staking out this sort of stuff, I can't imagine it's going to be a problem.
They assure you they're not going to try to get in your way or anything like that. That would be counterproductive.
What do you guys think?
They can come along
mean-
by all means.
Alright,
Again,
As long as they know it's counterproductive to get.
to get killed by the rest of the group. But again, they're not at 100% of what they normally are, because they are not in fact in a coven. So they're here. They're not bad, but they're also effectively somewhat neutered.
Treat them as hirelings. Don't use them in combat.
I mean, I wouldn't use them as combat. The next
Not- yeah.
question is, do we wish to bring along Zeus?
I think we can probably give Zeus a break. She might get ideas and want to join the slaves and not like her family anymore.
I doubt that will happen.
Same, but
When the last
But
time
it
we left,
could.
It would be
Yeah.
really disappointing if it did.
say, do we really want to leave her alone in the city like it is now, though?
well, she's not fully alone. She's got Reg and Wally and Walden.
Well, question number 3 is that Reg wishes to come along as well.
No.
Yes.
Reg wants to come along.
Let's just bring everybody. Have an outing.
Let's bring everyone, and I'll put the walls in front of the entrances.
No, that's too conspicuous.
Although,
No, we
frankly,
can put them inside the doors of our house.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the walls as, the guard dog.
Yeah.
Dragging those through the slave quarters and get the cold looking at us like crazy.
I don't have much in the way of a sheet written up for Reg, because I still have no idea what I want to do for Reg. But he certainly would wish to come along. You at least alluded, if not promised, that you would start bringing him with you on things, and he's antsy to get out of here.
Can I wear him like a backpack?
Can I wear them?
Or can Rick? Just so
If we bring
like,
him with us, have him kill some of the people you just shoved out of the room so we can have some fresh stuff.
yeah.
Can you wear
Could
him
you
like
imagine-
a backpack? You probably couldn't really wear him like a backpack.
Yeah.
All the same, yeah, let's bring our shadow crab along.
Okay.
So we'll bring the whole
Would he
family. We'll
would he
set
just
the-
rest on top of my?
Like, he'd
Me
be
and
somewhat
Rick will,
willing to do
sit the
that,
guards.
but, you know, he's not willing to be your backpack for long extended times. I mean, he's, you know, thoroughly submissive to you all, but he's, you know, he's not a beast of burden or...
Oh no,
Oh,
I
no.
wasn't mean. I was
He just
meaning
wants to
for
wear him
transport,
like one.
Yeah, literally just like he hangs on and comes around like that, so there's not a random shadow crab skittering around the streets.
He just wants to carry him that way.
I suppose now we could go ahead and say sure. I mean, like I mentioned, I know what I want to do with him somewhat, but I haven't actually done
So
it.
we'll bring the
I
whole
sort of
family,
just.
set the walls up, the wall guard dogs up.
So you're bringing the walls along with you as well?
No, set the walls
Nah.
At
up
the
in-
mansion, you're setting it up. I understand.
Yeah. So our house can't get robbed or
Sure.
anything.
So, you know, they're now your guards. They're gonna murder anything that comes through.
We come back, the wall's like 2 times bigger. Huh.
Come on, how many groups have come to visit us and not walked out of this house? I think people have learned not to go into this mansion unannounced.
Door is off its
Very true.
hinges. Just pile of blood leading to the mansion.
Just write a note on the door that says, "If you are actually just coming to visit, just hold off.
Oh.
Just
If,
don't.
if you want to attack, feel
That reminds me, before we leave, cast this at the door.
Saying what?
Whenever someone knocks the door, it's like, "So, we are currently not home at the moment. Please shove any messages under the door."
You come home, there's just a pile of shredded paper.
That's what I was picturing, just like
Please,
just like a dog.
All right.
yeah, we need your message. The wall ate it. Sorry.
just
Can I
carve your
find
message into the
Adrian?
door."
At some point, or
Well,
whenever
I'm gonna
Adrian
refill my
comes
coffee,
home.
use the restroom real quick, and then we're going to pick up. If you guys would like to talk amongst yourselves about who who wants to start first, we can do that. I'll be back in again like 30 seconds.
Well, one thing I was going to say is, Adrian, you should send in to the rat house and tell them that we're not going to be home for a little bit.
Oh, we told them we were going to walk for the Magnificent for a little bit.
Yeah, but they might still try and visit thinking, you know, we're working from home or something like that. They said they'd be back.
I'll send them a message.
To be completely honest with you, though, I don't really think they can be in the mood to be visiting us.
I
anytime.
I wouldn't
yeah.
do that at all. Just
So, Guts,
have your magic missile or have your magic mouse say, you know, enter at your own risk. You'll probably be eaten by a variety of things, and just leave it at that.
kick the door open, the door just gets absorbed into the wall, and the leg just gets ripped off.
I use the other one.
Yeah, don't worry about messages.
But Guts. Gutsy Guts.
They went to get coffee.
I thought that was Grim.
No, Guts went as well. Check.
Oh god.
R20 check.
So I'm just going to be chilling at the bar, gathering information.
I think
not
you
gonna-
got invited actually. They mentioned the manor to you.
Hmm?
Some of the slaves already mentioned the place to you, I think. Hey, if you're really disgruntled, go to this place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not getting her name out though.
Well, I wouldn't mind trying to get a job as a cleaner in there. Little housemaid.
Yeah. I'm basically staking out the manor and making sure I'm able to hit shit with my arquebus from a long distance if need be.
Do you want me to try to get a job in there?
Could do it, could work well if we
Alright,
could
you
get
done?
some inside knowledge of the
Okay.
place as well.
And maybe a key?
Yeah. I mean,
I do
He's
have
handy,
one
but-
cast of
we have a 22 strength barbarian. We have a key.
Alright.
We have a
25.
25 strength party.
Oh, yeah.
we've got a 25 strength barbarian with a rig can help them unlock a door once.
Other note, someone becomes a fighter, try Rune Knight. Be a halfling. Once like a few times per day, just turn from small to fucking large. It's hilarious.
I still reckon massive goblin would be better.
Just be a giant.
Did you ever read it, by the way?
Double giant. Alright, so does anybody particularly wish to go first, or?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I think Tadpole's the only one doing anything that requires direct action for the moment. The rest are still quote unquote doing our stakeout.
More or less.
Showing the new additions to the new apartment around and everything.
Alright, well then I suppose we'll just pick up with Tadpole.
Okay.
So, the last thing you were doing is you were looking for sort of a official, what a weird way to put this, an inner tavern that had a somewhat strong presence within the Thieves Guild. You managed to find one without too much trouble.
Okay.
The thieves there are sort of a mix between citizens and slaves, although most of them tend to be more of the citizen side.
Were there, I think initially I was looking for one that was more like a slave hangout as opposed to rogue hangout. And you said there wasn't really one of those, right?
Right.
Okay.
Like, the way that works is that there's nothing like an official, like, tavern-y description for slaves. You know, there's places where they hang out, but it's more or less just hangouts. There's not a lot of business being done at said places.
Okay.
Like a crack den.
Yeah, okay. Well, then actually I think I'm going to change after discussing it with my compatriots here.
Mhm.
I think we have a little better idea. I'm going to see if I can get a job in the house that we're casing out.
Okay. Doing just sort of cleaning every once in a while things?
Yep. I'm going to make sure my little dress is neatly ironed and clean and spotless, and the bristles of my broom are straight, and
All
my
right.
scales are licked clean.
So how would you go about approaching someone to get this job? Would you just straight up
Walk
to the
up to the front
house,
door.
or okay?
Yep. Yep.
All
And
right.
knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and so here's the disclaimer for this map. It's not 100% level, so 5-foot squares do not always equal 5-foot squares. So we were going by what the official sort of D20 thing is, not by the map itself. You knock on the door, and someone comes out. Just sort of a nondescript person, as in, you know, they're not overtly culty or anything like that.
Mhm.
Hello, what do you want?
I'm going to, with my eyes cast down, do my best curtsy and say, "Oh, Great, sir. I am wondering if this poor new slave, this very unhappy poor new slave to this wretched city, is looking for employment. I'm very good at cooking and very, very good at cleaning. As a matter of fact, I start picking little pieces of lint off of his clothing, tidying him up a little bit. And I was wondering if there might be a place for someone such as I in your grand establishment here. I've been told this is the place to go if you are a slave.
His eyes sort of narrow when you say that. Who told you that?
Well, it's pretty well known. I mean, it's not exactly hidden. I mean,
Yeah, but who told you? And
Who told me?
He when he says who told you, he sort of leans in a little bit, like expectantly.
okay. I lean in. Well, he had really bad breath. He was missing about 8 teeth, and frankly, he stunk. He was a little dwarf, I think, but a little inebriated. But it was quite convincing. He had a
Right, that description touches on a lot of people, and he sort of pats you on the shoulder, and he goes, "Right, well, look, we'll think about it. What'd you say your name was?"
Oh, I'll tell you what. I will even give you 1 day of service free, just to prove my worth. My name is Tadpole. Pleasure to meet you.
It's good meeting you, Tadpole, but I'm afraid we're not looking for any help right around now. We just had a
turned down
couple
a
of
free
people
vehicle.
come in and fill the job quite nicely.
As well as cooking, I make an excellent chicken bile soup that is just amazing.
He looks a little green. I'm sure
not-
you do, but
Not your
no
taste?
offense to you and yours, but kobold cooking is not quite what
Oh.
we're looking for.
How about blueberry cobbler? Or I pull out my keg, my last keg cask of alcohol. I also have a little bit of this I could share, and I pour just a little bit. I pull out a teacup from my bag of holding, and give him a teacup full of my my thing of spirits that I retained.
He looks at you admonishingly. It's like, you shouldn't drink that. That's one of the tools they use to keep us down.
Oh, I'm not drinking it. I'm using it as a tool, for lack of a better sense. But if you don't drink it, then my admiration of you has just increased 7-fold. I put it away. But I do have certain skills, cleaning and cooking among them.
I do believe you, and there might be something for you here.
I'm going
but
to use my eyes of charming on him. It's not. Why am I not able to link my eyes of charming to you?
Because roll 20.
Okay. So it says these crystal lenses. Charm person spell DC 13 on a humanoid within 30 feet of you. I'm going to try to charm him into hiring me.
Okay. DC 13, what save?
It says expend 1 charge as an action to cast the charm person spell on a humanoid. So charm person. Let's look up charm person. Let's
Charm,
see
I
here.
think, is wisdom.
Should be wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, but mind you, I'm pretty sure that's just a spell they know you charmed them after it's over.
Yes.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Yeah, I only have a very limited
Okay.
time.
Well, then I won't do that then.
Okay.
I won't do that. But I can I draw a persuasion roll?
You can.
Let's just see how well I do. I don't do very well, but there's always a chance.
Okay.
Not very well. Okay.
This is going to be one of my rare hidden rolls, so if you can see it, you can see it.
Wait for him to roll.
But
the
hopefully
one.
you shouldn't.
Wait for the one.
Okay. He looks at you again, not with a lot of malice or anything like that. Look, I understand what it can be like, out on the streets, but without a referral, I'm afraid I can't let you in.
I guess I'll go back to my abusive master.
Look, there's people you can find out there, but you got to make an effort to find them. There is help out there. You just got to look.
I just made my effort, but if you're saying this is the plight of a poor slave is going to fall upon deaf ears, I understand. I guess I was wrong.
He doesn't look happy with himself. I suppose it would be better to say he looks a little bit guilty. But he sort of nods
away
and goes back inside the house.
Flip him off. Okay. Well, I made my best there. I'm not going to go to the building right away that my compatriots are in. I'll go a different direction and then circle back around.
Sure.
That didn't work. Who are we going to kill? I suggest we kill him first.
What went wrong?
Oh, I don't know. I guess he just... I lifted up my skirt a little bit. I guess my feminine wiles didn't quite...
So,
maybe
Adrian,
he's gay. That's what it is.
You've been going around the city, specifically in the quarters surrounding the mansion, and have been doing your best to find people to heal and all that. Are you specifically searching for anything, or are you just trying to sort of get your name out there, as it were?
I'm just getting my name out there at this point.
Okay. Let's get a persuasion roll from you, please.
A what?
Persuasion. I said perception at first, but...
Yeah, I was about to say what?
Yeah, that's because I can't talk. Caffeine got to my brain.
Me too.
So... what you're doing is certainly getting noticed by people. You're going about it, and you're doing sort of the right thing. It's not exactly unheard of for someone to be doing what you're doing, but it's most definitely not common either. Generally, people with access to healing spells are more along the clerical types, and of course they can be more fanatical than not, and so quite often don't offer their services for others outside of their groups, or others for free, basically. So what you're doing is most definitely gathering attention from both slaves and from other existing groups of the more, again, clerical type people who happen to be in the city. Well, in the district, I suppose I should say, rather than in the city. No one has approached you, but as you're sort of talking with people, if it comes up, like, oh, I understand, you're the one who's going around healing everybody, aren't you? Good on you, good on you. So people are sort of looking on you favorably for the most part. So you've certainly set the groundwork at this point. I guess the next question is, and this probably should have been the first question, are you using yourself as a name, or are you like your actual name? Are you going by an alias, or...
I'm just having people refer to me as the Doctor.
Okay.
And if they ask who, I say exactly.
I mean, it's cool, but it's totally not cliche or anything.
Not at all.
Nope. It's not cliche here yet.
I suppose in the city it wouldn't be cliche.
And that bastard comes through every few days. Loots the place off and leaves. What?
So is there anything that you would like to try to do, or are you doing more of the same?
Me?
Yes.
I might just start slipping in any conversation if anyone knows any people or places that might need help with the support of a nice healer with, you know, magic and stuff.
Okay. So you would get some information from that, but you'd almost get the opposite information from it. You know, everywhere needs some healing, except for that at the mansion. You know, you're not the only person who can offer healing. You know, at the mansion, if you know the right people, you can be healed as well.
Oh, I inquire and ask if there's some sort of guild there I attach myself to better help the people in the area. They have the resources to, you know, do more.
You get sort of vague answers. Well, yeah, you know, they have the ability to do more, but you know, they do enough for the area. They keep us pretty safe, pretty happy, but you know, it's not best to question too much about it or look too deeply into things you don't know. I mean, you might find out. I hear rumors that a lot of the times the people, well, who go in either don't come back at all or come back changed in mysterious and unnatural ways. All in all, it's best to stay away from it.
Is anyone that would know more about it, good sir? And or madam?
I gotta go back and stop and ask you this. Are you disguised currently? Or, I mean, I understand you got the mask on, but are you doing anything to, like, fake a brand or anything? Because I remember we talked about it a little bit, but I don't remember what we decided on.
Sure, I can just use disguise self, right?
Yeah.
If my mask comes off, that goes up.
Okay. So long story short, you are doing something to fake a slave brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really don't think you should be, you know, poking around. 'Cause, it doesn't end well. But, you know, there's somebody else who's been poking around, too, for longer than you have been. Girl, a slave, name of Katrina Whisperwood. She's usually around sometimes. She's not real hard to miss, covered in tattoos and all. A slave that got picked up. I don't know. 8 or 12 shifts back? I don't know if you'd really want to mess with her, though. She's kind of out there. 8 or 12 is a very reasonable range of time, I think.
Right, like basically a year or so. Does she work with this place you said, or is she just kind of...
Does she work there? Nah, she's just trying to find out more about it. I think she wants to work there is the issue, but I don't really know about.
Oh, well. Thanks for your time, then, at least. You take our lollipop as you go.
Thanks.
I got a name, I got a tattoo check.
Yes, you do. All right. And are we still sort of meeting together basically at the end of every day, unless saying
Yep.
differently? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it is the end of the day, and we are sort of meeting together.
So-
Did anyone accomplish much today?
I got a few names.
Nothing.
Such as?
This Katharina, what'd you say your last name was?
Whisperwood.
Whisperwood. She's also looking into the place. She's a slave, been here probably about a year or so. Haven't taken her in yet. Apparently, every place but that mansion needs healing.
Wonder if maybe they're causing some form of corruption in the area.
I get it, but you're very quiet there, Janian.
Don't mock
Sorry.
his goblin voice. So he speaks. You racist.
It's only because it's so early in the morning I don't want to do the goblin voice properly. Or
I
else it's
know.
really-
Or maybe the mansion's acting as kind of like some source of corruption in the area.
What have we noticed about people coming in and coming out? A
Well,
lot of people
people's-
coming in and coming out.
I know.
Yeah, have me and Rick,
Okay.
because we've been basically watching the
Yeah, so
mansion.
pretty
itself
much
being-
everyone else has been watching.
On that note, before we forget, I was told again that people do go in, they don't come out, and sometimes the people that do come out are different. There's something going on there.
Well,
Right.
we know that they quite often come out with forearms, remember?
Well, you
or at least
presume
a
that. You
couple
don't
of them.
know that.
Oof.
We know a couple have more than a couple of arms.
Yes. There is some traffic in and out of the mansion. You may not remember, but they do get pretty much daily supplies of food. And this is past just the normal good berries, although good berries are included. It tends to be a lot in the way of other, vegetables and things like that, and a lot of things in the raw meat type place. So they do get shipments of that pretty much daily.
Do they have guards outside?
Yes,
Yeah.
there would be guards outside when they are getting in the shipments, because there isn't much in the way of like a docks. They're stopping at the front door and they're moving things in by hand.
No, but when there's not receiving shipments, are there guards posted outside?
Yes, there are people wandering the grounds as well.
Okay, so they're patrolling and they're not like just one in front type of thing.
They appear to really just be wandering around. As they've been watching them, yeah, there's a little bit more patrol-y about them, but they mostly look like they're sort of nonchalantly waiting around.
Are they in uniform?
No.
Is there a sigil that identifies them?
None that the group has seen.
Okay. How many? Ballpark at any given moment.
You're looking at probably 10.
Okay.
They tend to be in groups instead of lone people.
How many doors?
Just the one. And I
One
realize the map looks like there's a whole bunch, but in Windows,
Windows?
and all that, no, I'm afraid not.
So just the one entrance.
Yes.
Burn the house down.
The house is stone. I mean, you could do a lot of burning, but
Hey, Before I forget,
I
what
mean,
unlikely to
Maybe
collapse.
just-
what
maybe
instrument
just
that
turn it into
Gus
an
take?
oven.
I believe she took the harp.
Which one?
Anstruth?
Anstruth.
It's just weird.
How much was that, anyways?
Isn't it like
It's like
2,000?
2? Yeah,
Is it a single story?
2.5.
It's
Two
very
stories.
rare. Instrument costs 2,000. Damn, I want one.
Any openings on the second story?
No, again, more of a solid building.
The hell is my...
Fireplaces?
Yes, one on either side.
Are they always smoke always coming from them?
No.
Okay, so there's 3 points of entry. 1 door and 2 fireplaces. Does it busier during the day?
Yes.
Well, why don't either let's hire like a... No, that's not going to work. That's a bad idea. Never mind. I stopped myself. All right. Well, my thought is, why don't we just go in one night, and I'll go down one of the fireplaces and try to unlock the door.
We could also ask that person that's also looking into them.
What's that?
There's a person, Catherine Whisperwood or whatever, that's also that's like us and wants to join them, but they haven't let her in.
What we could also... No, that's not gonna work either. I was thinking try to poison a food shipment going in. I don't know.
What if
I
we
don't
took
thoughts.
over the food shipment?
What's that?
What if we took over the food shipment? Do the food shipment people go inside? Or do
Yes.
they just leave it at the door? Yeah. What if we took over the food ship? We
So,
could,
I like
we could
being able to
wait
get
for that.
inside. The problem I have it is probably people are awake and alert and watching. So there is being able to get inside easier, yes. However, I don't like the idea of everybody being... Because I assume they're not getting shipments in the like 3 o'clock in the morning type thing.
No, it's mostly around noon.
So is our goal to destroy this place or destroy just that one person?
I think it was 2 people, wasn't it?
I do believe there's 2 people.
It was 2 people.
2 ringleaders, and I mean, I imagine we're gonna have to take apart most of the cult.
Do we know what the... Have we seen this leader? Can you describe what these leaders are racially?
You did not ask about that.
No.
Got the names, right?
Yes, you have the names. The names are Oxmu and Shox Euphria.
Can we go back and get more information?
You can try.
Yeah, because I've got
What
my hat of disguise. If one of them is, if one of us can look like that person, one of the 2 people, that will give us a slight edge.
Man, I gotta look up the hat of disguise real quick. Hold on.
Sure.
Because of unrelated reasons, I assure you.
Let's take Guts
Hold
and
on.
introduce her to the Magnificence.
What if you just...
Yeah.
What if you...
You broke up there, Rick. You said, "What if you?" That's it.
That really sucks.
This sucks.
Yeah, but like, if you went back and when they asked you who told you, you could use the names that we've been given, and maybe that could get them to let you in.
We know
I
the
doubt
secret
the
group
leaders-
leader's names. We lynched instantly.
Yeah. It's meant to be a pretty secret cult. I don't think the general slave populace are going to know the leaders' names before they're initiated.
Yeah.
Unless the leaders are also people going out and recruiting.
Do we want to take the gamble though? Like, Tadpole could just get lynched on the spot, like Adrian says.
I'd like to.
He could.
She knocks on the door, says the name, and then a bunch of hands just sort of yank her in.
Like, what would we do from 200 meters away in that situation? I could maybe pop off one shot, but it
You
takes
killed a
a full
dragon in
action
almost
to
by that time.
reload.
Yeah.
Cast shadow at the front door, jump in, get shot to death.
No, so either the full frontal assault going in with the supplies, or trying to stealthily get in at night. What are your thoughts?
I
We
can
should
open
ask
the
them.
door, but only if we're going left.
Why don't we again ask this person who's been here, who's been investigating them, if she wants to join, and maybe we have to give her the cult leaders. Maybe we can, if she's an okay person, kind of put her in charge.
We could go see Thorgrim while someone finds her.
It's
Get a
Aisha,
little
since
bit
I'm
more
the
info.
doctor going around.
And then either sneak in or do a full frontal assault once we have more info.
All right, so we've got basically 4 plans in front of us right
Let's
now
split the party, do all of them.
of what we can do right now. The first plan, and these are in no particular order, we go back and we talk to Thorgrim, the Magnificent, and we try to find out more information surrounding what's going on. We could try to find Katrina, talk to her, try to find out what's going on. We can say F it, try to break down the front door and go through. We could try to do something with the deliveries, posing ourselves in, poisoning, who knows, there's still a lot of options there. Or I suppose there was a 5th option of trying to do something like sneak in through the chimneys at night. So I guess there's 5 big options and lots of sub-options.
I definitely think we need more info. And at the end of the day, I mean, worst comes to worst, we can always just kick the door in later on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think running into a cult headquarters that seem to be corrupting the area that only has one entrance and one exit,
I just
seems like a
remembered
bad idea.
Just remembered something. I can go buy a spell that would help us. It only costs 1,000 gold. I have that much in pocket change at the moment.
Mere
But if they
pocket
can
change.
see invisible sensor, then they'll probably get very suspicious.
I think they would be able to see something like that.
So, let's put it to a vote if there are no objections. So, Gypsy, between the 5 options, again, Thorag, Katrina, front door, deliveries, chimney, what's your vote?
Thorak.
All right. Adrian, same question.
I am good for Katharina or Thorag.
Okay, so you're a half-C. Guts.
Yes.
Fucking Christ.
Which of the 5 options are you leaning toward? Finding more information from Thorgrim? Following the lead with Katrina? Busting through the front door? Finding a way to get yourself in with the deliveries to the place? Or sneaking in via the chimneys?
I think we should. Sorry. Oops. Getting over a cold. I think we should follow the lead with Katrina.
Okay.
Mind you, Guts, we still have to introduce you to Thorgrim.
Yeah. You guys said not who or what Thorgrim is.
Don't tell her.
Yeah.
Nobody tell her.
Magnificent.
Rick, your option? Or vote?
I
Excuse
think we all know what my option is. I mean,
Kick the door.
even though taking the delivery was my idea, kicking down the door is totally mine.
Okay. All right. And finally, Tadpole.
Chimney.
Chimney. So the thing that has the most votes, with 1.5 votes, is seeking out Katrina.
Hey, to be fair, Thogrim has 1.5 votes too. Then
Yeah.
Rock, paper,
I guess
scissors.
you're right. So I guess
We should split the party and talk to them.
or Adrian should sit on the fence and just make a proper vote.
We can do both.
I mean,
Tadpole,
yes, that is also possible.
Tadpole and I go to see Katrina because we're both the slaves at the moment, and you all go introduce Guts to
Yeah,
is everybody in agreement with that?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Jan always can
Happy
dress
enough
as
with
Thogrim.
it?
The party. Yeah. Don't blame me,
Let's
party,
see
but
it.
yeah,
This is a bold strategy, Con. Let's see if it plays out.
sure.
All right. So we're gonna meet Katrina in the only bar I have set up, which is one of my favorites, of course.
Of course.
It's the one.
It is.
Is it the
we
one
re-
from the town?
Love
we
that.
don't-
Seriously.
It is.
I'll give you a few more tokens if you want it, Grim. Do you?
It
More
is.
pages, right?
Nah, we're just gonna use this one. Welcome to the Beige Fruit. To everyone who has not seen the Beige Fruit.
Wait, is
The
this literally the
beige
beige fruit, not just a place that looks like it?
Sure. This is more the teal fruit. It's much more exotic than the beige one.
Oh, I see.
You find out that this person, Katrina, hangs around here very frequently. As soon as I can find her token.
Do you think she pays her tab?
Can ask the barkeep.
Adrian and Tadpole. Man, I got too many sheets in front of me. You meet the person, or see the person rather, who fits all the descriptions. Heavily tattooed. It looks at one point, not at one point, but it looks very obviously that the tattoos that she has on her body form some sort of map. It's not something she looks like she's hiding, but you can see land masses, contour lines, and all that on the tattoos that are covering her entire body.
Nooks and crannies. Yep.
Well,
And roll to
I
sit
love
it.
she's drinking by herself, somewhat sullenly. She's also, I feel as if it should be important to be noted, marked as a slave, branded on her face.
What race is she?
She is human.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go up, sit down next to her, pull out my cask, and refill her drink.
She's a little drunk at this point. And I don't know if you've ever been there before, but, if you give somebody a drink when you're feeling it a little bit, and the only thing you feel is happy. Thank you.
Ah, my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Again,
it.
my pleasure.
How come? Why the drink?
Well, you look like the kind of person that, I don't know, trustworthy, strong, dependable. Just the kind of, people that my friend and I like to get to know better.
Maybe once. I don't know.
Have another drink.
And she takes another drink.
I mean, I mean, just the tattoos alone tells me that you are a lady of distinction, world traveler.
I was supposed to be somebody important back
What do you mean
then.
supposed
I
to be?
mean,
You
this isn't
are.
decoration just for nothing. I was gonna be somebody special back where I came from.
You are special.
There's way to a
Gosh darn it,
fantastic
people like
treasure written on me. What good does it do now? I don't even know where I'm from.
It's where you're going that matters. I pat her hand, like motherly.
I guess I can't find anything where I'm going now either. I'm just sort of adrift.
I motioned to Adrian to come sit down. Let me introduce you to my other friend.
I go over and sit down, taking a seat at presuming the bar or just a table.
Did I not move us all to the?
Yeah.
No, we're over
Sorry,
here.
my thing lagged up. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe we fast.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes Roll20 does that. Oh well, hey, I'm Katrina.
How are you doing?
I'm Sally.
Been better. Have a drink. They're free, it seems.
I'll put my cask of ankle over the barmaid. Hand her a gold and say, just keep it coming. Pay as we go.
She's A-okay with that.
Give her a gold and drinks cost like a couple of copper.
Yeah. I said, just keep it coming.
So what's your story?
Oh, I'm a doctor, you know, doing my trade, stuff like that.
Yeah, slave doctor in the city? How'd that happen?
Well, you know, they take all sorts of people. Oh, I think I cut out there. They take all sorts of people, you know. Usually see someone important. I was a doctor in some places. I don't know, a few drugs they've even took somehow. Got the brand on their face, hire them out like cattle.
I know. Bastards from the city is what they were, what they are. I was supposed to be somebody important. Lost treasure map and all that. I just get drunk one time, I get knocked on the head, and I wake up here.
You are important.
I don't know.
Gosh darn it,
Maybe.
people like you.
Stuart smiling.
So, can I, looking at her tattoos, do I recognize this or seem to be like from a previous shift?
You wouldn't recognize the land masses at all.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Are
right.
you writing?
It'd be in common, but I mean, there's not like locations aren't written out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know what they are, you know what they are. If you don't, you know.
Yeah. What is this? California.
It's an alright place, but it's expensive.
Yeah, similar situation. Sure, my cheek with my brand. Hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them.
I know.
Ruined my life.
I've been trying to do something about it, but they won't let me in. I try too hard. It's not a bad thing. Wouldn't have thought.
No. I agree.
But
Are you
those,
talking about the big house is what you're talking about?
Yeah, the place.
Yeah. Bastards turned me away too.
Well, I mean,
Can you believe
I wouldn't say they're bastards. I mean, I'm trying to get into them.
Okay, maybe bastards is probably a harsh word. Fools, because they're turning away people that are loyal to the cause and trying to help.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing. They don't know what they're missing out on.
That's right.
I sip some of my drink through my straw and my mask, and I have that as a thing that's happened. Because fuck it. I'm like, I don't know, guys. Some of my patients said some of those people that go in there either don't come back or they come back messed up.
Well, that's what they say, but I've seen them. They come back. They come back stronger.
Hmm. What have you seen? Tell me. I mean, specifics. I'm really new here. I mean, like 3 days ago, brought me into this stupid city. I'm really kind of lost here.
I'm so sorry, sister.
Oh, yeah.
And she
I'm
you know,
just lost.
sort of drapes her arms sloppily over you and gives you a hug.
Yeah.
It's rough.
I love you too.
The things they make you do around in the city, it's terrible.
So what do they made you do?
They made me clean. It's constantly with, the feces and the urine and the pudding pops.
Pudding pops? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Not the pudding pops.
I don't want to know.
As I slip into my Bill Cosby voice.
Oh my god.
But it's awful. They'll find something for you, too. A pretty kobold girl like yourself.
Oh, blush.
You won't like it either.
Well, I don't like being here, period. But I wonder if there's a way that we could kind of impress and show these people how valuable we truly are. Maybe we need to take a drastic action to get noticed.
Maybe. I mean, I've done, like, everything other than start murdering citizens on the street, I don't know. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Maybe we gotta do it. Maybe we gotta burn this place to the ground.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if anybody else is listening in.
Oh yeah, she's not being quiet.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if I see anybody that is looking like an informant type of thing, or at least somebody that's taking critical notice. That's the best way to say it.
Okay. While most people are looking deservedly unpleasantly at her as she's talking about burning everything down around her, there is one person who does happen to be looking perhaps not improvingly, but certainly not disapprovingly.
Friend, that's might be what they said about being over-enthusiastic.
Maybe, but I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Just sick of it. She's sort of swaying around as she's sitting now.
So did the person that I noticed, were they approving of what she was saying, or
they were not disapproving of what they were saying? They were more just sort of watching. But everyone else, got a very hostile reaction.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just don't know what to do.
Well, maybe you should drink some more. It'll all be better in the morning. And I tell the barmaid to bring a dozen steins.
Oh, God.
Just put them all in front of her.
Right. Well, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever need, a hand, I'm the person to come to.
Thank you. Does
I-
she look like she can carry herself in a battle? Do I see scars? Things
It
like
looks like
that?
she knows a thing or two, but she's not on your level.
Okay. What about this person that I noticed?
The person you happen to notice is actually the waitress who you have pumping drinks into her. She looks like a mostly nondescript person.
Okay.
Not a fighter or anything like that.
Does she look like? Does she have money? Is she a slave?
She is a slave. Likely would not have money. I mean, somewhat dirty, somewhat unkempt, but nothing out of the usual one way or another.
Okay. I've got an idea. Adrian, what are you doing?
What?
What do you want to do here?
I mean, we could always take her back with us, I guess. Wait till she sobers up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I give me just a minute then to talk to this waitress.
You have fun.
All right.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I'm gonna go sit at the next table over and call the waitress over
Mm-hmm.
and pull out 10 gold pieces. Put them in and get in my hand and try to cup them so people don't see, and reach a hand out to her like I'm giving her something, and drop the 10 gold pieces in her hand, trying to hide them from other people. Say, I would really like to chat with you later on in private. Nothing kinky. Information.
She nods. That's probably something we could do. I get off in about an hour.
All right. Where?
Just meet me behind the building.
All right.
Hey, nothing kinky.
I get off in an hour.
It usually
I
means it's
also
something.
finish work then.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish my drink and then tell Adrian I'm going to follow up another lead if he wants to come with.
Sure.
Well-
I'll just carry her.
All right.
Hold on.
Maybe don't bring the rebel that wants to burn the city down back to the anti-rebel HQ, please.
We can
Just on
convince
an
her
OOC note.
we can convince her to join us, and you can have another pyromaniac with you.
Or she ends up going straight to them and being like, hey, there's some guys staying in that building over there looking to fuck your shit up. She seems pretty dead set on, joining those guys.
Only because she doesn't have another
Perhaps.
option yet.
If we skin her and preserve her skin, we could find the treasure.
That's the point. We might
Nice.
end up back on her plane.
Do you ever go back to the same plane twice?
No, not usually.
Then the odds are pretty slim.
Technically, I guess we could keep
Surely.
that though. Eventually, if we be able to get something that resonates like her or some items from that plane, we could technically plane shift there, find the buried treasure, and then plane shift back to the city in like 10 levels.
Only 10 levels?
No,
That's
like,
only a year and a half away.
Like level 11?
Yeah.
No, level 13. It's only, 7 levels, 6 levels. $10 years from now. But still, she just wants to be important, so I think we can help her with that. A drunk, miserable person to manipulate. And that's how we became the evil party. We started manipulating people, turning them into undead, burning cities down.
Pretty sure we became the evil party when we made a meat scarecrow, eh?
Nah, that's not it.
You got a point there.
Pretty sure you became the bad party as soon as you let Chips.
Yeah. Soon as I didn't play a paladin or a cleric, this was gonna go bad.
This the second you weren't awful good.
I'm back.
We burned the city down, Grim. We missed all of it.
We burned what down?
I was saying.
The entire city.
Oh no.
Yep, we've already ruined your campaign.
The fire spread so quickly.
All those stone buildings just caught flame.
Must be all the magic.
Someone polymorphed them into petrol.
Alright, so we have a secret non-romantic rendezvous planned.
Non-kinky.
Non-kinky, you're right. That's
Still be
Oh
romantic.
god.
it still can be romantic. Are we doing anything else with Katrina, who is slamming down beers until she passes out unless someone
Wait,
stops
when
her?
she passes out, I'm gonna take her with us.
Okay, so it's a kidnapping. Gotcha.
No, we'll go first. Make sure she gets home.
No, it's a kidnapping.
It's not a kidnapping per se. Well, it's a
One has
kidnapping.
to make sure she gets home, okay?
Gotcha.
If there's no ransom note,
Hey, justify it however you want. So an hour pass, and sure enough, the barmaid you were chatting with comes out of the bar and goes behind the building.
okay. I don't want to belabor this too much, Grim. So basically, I'm gonna go to her and basically say, I noticed that you were kind of approving, or at least not totally disapproving, what the tattooed lady was saying. I think you and I hold similar beliefs, but I'm very frustrated. I have some means, I have some abilities, but the people I think can use those abilities to bring this place down don't want me. They just don't know my potential. They see a small 2.5 foot tall little kobold and they think I'm useless. I'm hoping you might be able to give me some information to help me get in with these people. Do you know who I'm referring to?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
And we'll counter it with a... Oh, that's a pretty good one, but we'll still counter it with another one. Yeah, I know enough. Look, if you're trying to get in and you're trying to do some actual good in the city, when they ask you who sent you, tell them Oxmu Hukai.
Actually, no one sent me. I'm doing this on my own wits.
No, they'll ask for a reference, basically. They'll ask who sent you.
Oh. And who? Or should I say?
Here, I'll write it down.
So we could have just name dropped one of the leaders.
That was one of the names we were given, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
He's a bad cultist.
I was right.
You weren't given the last name, though.
Yeah, we weren't given the last name.
Okay. And who is this person?
Could be in.
They're one of the leaders. It's best to see him in person, but I got.
How would I know what he looks like? Okay, go ahead.
You'll know him when you see him.
Okay.
But you know, this is there's no going back from this point. Once you get in, you're in. You can't go back out.
I don't understand. And I hand her another 10 gold. Clarify.
You'll see some things that, if information gets out, would be very unpleasant for the people leading. And they'll make you disappear. They'll kill you.
Well, I'm not that easy to kill, despite appearances. And I hand her another 10 gold. And I will make note of these things. I'm
Sure,
not just
sure.
doing it off. Okay, so that's 30 now.
Frankly,
30
it's
gold.
pocket change, but
Yeah.
look, I've only seen them once, but Oxmoo at least is huge. 4 arms.
4 arms.
Demonic. And when I say demonic, I don't mean demonic. I mean a demon.
Oh. Okay.
Don't know what he's doing, don't know how he got here. But he's trying to do some good for the city. Well, not for the city, but for the slaves.
Well, the slaves are the city. The rest of them are just leeches, leeching off our efforts.
Pretty much exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's helpful. Who is the other one you were telling me about?
Don't know. I hear they're brothers, but I also hear that, well, demon families don't usually work together.
I understand. So you're saying I need to say that Oxmoo sent me, or I need to see Oxmoo? I'm sorry.
You have to say that
I'm
he
still a little
sent you.
discombobulated from the whole, my first shift, or whatever they call this.
Right, I understand. Oxmoo Hukai, he sent you.
Okay. All right. So he won't be in the building.
Not likely.
Got it.
But I'll be honest, I don't really keep track.
I understand. I hand her a last 10 gold. Anything else that I should know that might help me get in with these folks? I mean, in like Flint. Because I really want to dedicate to the cause.
Have an open mind about it. The password's enough to get you in.
Okay.
But
Do you know the password?
it's his name, Oxmoo Hukai.
That is the password.
That is the password.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Do you know what their ultimate purpose is? I mean, what is it? Is it to have the slaves finally take over? 'Cause I'm all in favor of that.
She looks around and she goes, "That's exactly what it is. No more of this slave, servant, citizen business. Everyone is an equal. Nobles."
I do like the sound of that. All right. Well, very good. Thank you so much. You are very helpful. I'm glad we never met.
Me too. Not
All right.
meeting you has been very profitable.
All right. I go back and find Adrian
All right.
and tell him what I found out.
Just saying, for a first shift slave, you have a lot of money.
All right. So do you take this woman with you as well?
The map girl?
Yes.
I don't care.
I'm just kidnapping people, sure.
Okay. So we kidnap, and we head back to the building overlooking the mansion, presumably. And we
It does seem like I'm bringing the hen back, or the fox back to the hen house. Bringing her back.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, we just don't let them see the other two. No one else.
Well, why bring her back at all?
The other two, there's
So I can roll this
literally
goes.
everyone at the
citizens?
apartment.
I like collecting people. What do you want from me? Plus, she wanted in, we can get her in, and then we have an ally on the inside.
Until she finds out we're trying to kill everybody on the inside.
Well, not like she's a threat.
Well, I'm not going to stand in your way of collecting bodies, but okay. So I passed let's go back to the group. I passed the same information to the group that I got.
Mm-hmm. And so now we know a little bit more.
Yeah. want to get in.
So, more planning. We now know the password to get into the place.
Mm-hmm.
We do not know what will happen once we get into the place.
Was the other group doing anything while we were doing this?
Oh, they were supposed to go see Thogma the Magnificent.
Right. Hold on.
To go get this beautiful map back.
It is a beautiful map.
Well, if we have a way to get one person in at least.
So we're gonna sort of forego a lot of the, getting to the person.
Well, it would be a whole lot easier to get back to them because we could just show the route. Well,
Sure, but there's
it's
no
different
reason to
guy.
go through even that little bit of rigmarole.
yeah.
So we get to the building, and as I've mentioned before, it's sort of a short, squat stone building. There's quite a heavy door on it, no windows, and now that you're looking a little bit closer, there are locks on the outside of the door. The two guards that you've seen before are there. They certainly recognize you from before, all of you. Which
Hey there. Do you got our badges yet?
we do, as a matter of fact, but I'm not sure if we made enough. I see you have 2 more with you, or 3 more with you that are different.
Oh yeah, this is our
Yeah.
other friend Guts. We thought we should probably introduce her to Thogrum too.
Oh, all right. Well, if that's what you wish.
Is he having a good day today, or are we gonna be walking into a situation?
He shrugs. It's kind of hard to tell. You understand how it goes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So Guts, when we
Did
get
you
in there,
fill in?
about to do that now.
All right. I'll go and see if he's awake and receiving visitors now.
So Guts, when we get in there, no fast movements, and take your weapons and armor and everything off, and leave them with the guards outside.
Surely
okay.
we
You'll get it
would have
back.
already.
Okay. Why?
Just don't spook him.
Thogrum's a bit different. You'll see. He's pretty cool, but yeah.
He's just different.
The remaining guard is just grinning. It's, the
Yeah, and by
stereotypical
this
just
point-
shit-eating grin.
We are.
Yeah.
We
By
are
this
too.
point, me and Rick are too, because yeah.
Okay.
We're all in on the joke.
The guard comes out. So you filled them in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so the hags refuse to go in. And they
Good, that's the best
aside to
idea.
you,
Probably for the
Guts,
best.
and they tell you not to go in. Whatever it is, it's not worth it.
Well, tell them that this is probably something that'll have to be done sooner or later. So, first sign of, I'll come back out. Anything sketchy, then they should probably stay here.
That sounds good. I'd like to say we'd come and rescue you if things go south, but that won't happen.
Yeah. That's also understandable.
Poor Guts. Guts is like, what am I walking into?
You know, what am I walking into? What do you guys set me up for?
So they unlock the door. And the first thing that you see are two sort of chairs facing just what is a massive aquarium. Filled with, like, various goldfish, different sizes, shapes, and breeds, whatever. As you look into it, it looks like there's a lot of random and miscellaneous treasure just sort of dumped in to the aquarium at willy-nilly. It looks like a lot of money has been put into this. There's corals, all sorts of castles, very miniaturely placed, brick by brick, as if one would construct an actual castle. And then you notice in the background what was there. There's sort of a giant beholder fixated on the little fish swimming in the aquarium. Each eye stalk is sort of following a different one, and he seems to be paying you no mind. And we can bring it up too.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is Thorgrim, the Beholder.
Magnificent.
It's a beholder that isn't killing us. It's a good thing.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and I
Well,
forgot, the guards did hand you a badge of some sort that happens to be a giant eye with several lines coming off of it. Very creative.
I slapped
Well.
that right on my left arm. You know what I'm referencing.
Thorgrim is not paying you a single bit of attention.
Thorgrim, Mr.
The
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
What is it? Who are you?
It's us. We're looking into the slaves room.
He gets very, very close to you. Ah, visitors! What can I do for
Can I
you?
show?
We
Well,
were
well,
wondering.
first of all, I'd just like to say these badges are
Badges? Wait, who? What? My friends, it's been years! How are you?
Good. You look like you haven't aged a
I-
day.
Indeed, I haven't. I don't know what the secret to my youth is.
It must be your magnificence.
Surely that must be it. How are you? How is the task you've been doing?
It's going well.
Have you
actually.
come to report your success?
Not success as such yet. We're
Your
wondering-
failure, then.
No, not
No,
by
no,
any
we-
means.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I was worried there for a moment.
We were wondering if you knew anything else about Oxboo, and we heard it may be his brother.
Oh, yes. What's his name? Shaksufria. Yes. Well, I don't know what they're doing. Demons. What do you call them? The four-armed ones. Not the snaky, tentacly ones, but the other ones, with the crab pincher claws. Damn it! What are those things? And I legitimately don't remember because I didn't
I
write it.
Yeah,
totally
I-
actually don't know how to.
The
I'm
one
thinking of a name,
reason we
but I
came.
don't know how to.
What do you know
How
with the pinchers and the How
about the blood fiends?
No, they're. God damn
Because
it.
incidentally, that's why we turned up to find out what they are.
Glaz.
Yes, yes.
Glabrazu?
Glabrazoos.
Labrazoos.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do you want to know about them?
Oh. Do they have any particular weaknesses you've heard of, or
They
Or
have
anytime when
a weakness to getting killed, I believe, through magical methods.
so basic weapons and stabbing them won't work as well?
Not very well, no. It's less what they're weak to, and more sort of what they're not weak to. I'd stay away from the elements. Cold, fire, lightning, no good at all.
So base magic and no elements.
Right. Past
Was-
that, you just apply enough of it to their foreheads, and they should die without much trouble.
I mean, it tends to work, yeah.
Yes.
Do they have multiple foreheads?
No, just the one each.
Okay.
I give him the other little pretty rock that I've got. Clear out another part of my bag.
Was that it?
We were just more wanting to know exactly what they are so we can plan around them.
Oh, right.
But I mean- I don't know what those are. I've never encountered one of them before.
Oh, well, like I said, demons, magical in nature. They have a
Chips.
innate resistance to magic as well, so be careful with that. Let's see. They have a true sight. They can tell what you are, even if you're invisible or anything like that. Apparently, not everything can. I
What
wouldn't
were these
know.
called again?
Glabrezu. Glabrezu.
Glabrazul?
Zoo.
I haven't seen that. Heard of them before. I think.
Oh, Glabrezu.
Huh.
So don't try to go invisible around it. Not much in the way of magical attacks, although they can stun you and confuse you. Just once a day, though. They prefer to get in and get messy and hit you hard.
Well, that works for me.
They are monstrously strong. I'd recommend setting up an ambush or something if you can. Try to lure it outside and then smack it in the forehead. Or drop a building on it, maybe.
It's quite interesting.
That's what I would do.
So a building dropping on them might do it.
It might. I mean, I suppose there's no guarantee.
Well, it's a start at the very least.
Indeed. And if that one doesn't work, you could always try dropping another one on it.
Of
Just
course,
bury it
the
in
second building. Why didn't I think?
Oh, don't worry. It's not exactly an obvious answer at first.
I'm very glad we had your magnificence.
Indeed. I am too.
We
So
show
I
him his
can...
badge too.
What was that?
We show him his magnificent badges if he didn't see them.
Oh
It was what
my.
made him remember who we are.
How magnificent! It looks
Yeah,
like
that's
me! This was the best idea I ever had!
Exactly.
But it
I
doesn't
do believe that.
look exactly like me, does it?
Oh, no, nothing could perfectly encapsulate your magnificence.
It almost looks grotesque. And warped. Sort of deformed. And you can tell he's somewhat sort of fixated on these badges now that you are wearing.
Nervous laughter backs away slowly. Still dealing with the crazy beholder.
So did you have any other questions?
Not off the top of my head. Currently. I just wanted to know more what they were exactly.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I like those badges. I don't think I like them at all.
I say you get rid of them and get someone else and commission someone to make a new one.
I should get rid of them.
We can take
Why
them off
did you
and
give him
toss
that
them.
idea?
I should get rid of them all!
Let's go.
Come on,
Alright.
let's. Well,
Don't
thank you
get-
for your time, Thorgrim. We will see you when we've killed the cult.
And backs out very fucking quickly.
And so I presume that's what happens. You all leave, and he does not chase
Thank you for your
Let's go.
magnificence.
Let's go.
Please don't put ideas like that in a beholder's head again, Guts.
I didn't know.
So I'm just gonna warn the guards
Yes.
that Thorgrim may not like the
What is his problem?
He's crazy. He's a beholder.
He's a beholder.
It's
The guards sort of
Beholders-
shrug.
internal.
I
Remember,
don't
Gus,
think that necessarily means that he has to be nuts.
Gus, remember, people voted for him.
Why?
Well, again, like I mentioned, I mean, are you going to vote against the beholder who's running for office?
Are you going to run against a beholder? He probably won like Saddam Hussein won. Nobody wanted to be the opposition.
You got me there.
All right, so presumably you guys head back to the rest of the group
Yup.
and share your information.
So we're against demons from the abyss here.
A question, Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Do demons get locked into the city like Plano-wise, like citizens do? Or are they still considered outsiders?
They are generally considered outsiders in most normal circumstances. When the shitty
Shitty city.
when the city shifts, they do not shift with it.
Huh.
Oh, so they're actually following the city around.
When the shitty shifts.
Not that we would know that, I see. Or do we?
Adrian might have a passing knowledge of it, but I mean, demons are, something that comes up sometimes in magical knowledge.
Duology and necromancy are like hand in hand.
Okay, so if demons don't shift with it, and if there might be demons in the building, maybe we should attack right at the moment after the shift. Next shift. I mean, like, shift, break down the door, go. Thoughts?
But if they've been here for a while, then.
But
I'm
they
just-
won't be there at that moment. They
No,
may
Oh, true. Unless
may-
they're bound by something.
they may come they may be able to come right back, but I'm just saying there's a chance that it may give us an edge. I'm not saying it will, but it may give us an edge if because right now our beholder friend really doesn't care about time. He's completely oblivious to it. Let's wait till the next shift.
That's a good point.
Wait till next shift and go literally the moment after the shift. That is our key to go in and enact whatever plan we do.
What do we do in the 2 weeks meantime then? Because
We just look, gather information. We don't have to play it day by day. We can just say,
Oh yeah.
wait 2 weeks and.
I'm happy waiting for the shift for it all to happen. Like 2 demons from the abyss. I really think we're gonna need all the advantage we can, and that's after
Yeah,
we.
they
pretty much-
may it may
God.
take them a day or two to locate it. They may be bound to this somehow. Who knows? But there's a chance that they may not come immediately. Seconds after the shift.
Yeah.
Of course,
Not
the people
only that,
later on.
but I mean, a lot of the actual guards and stuff will still be at the sanctuaries or getting back as well.
If they
Yeah.
stay there.
I mean,
cultists.
I assume their building doesn't count as a sanctuary though.
No,
The-
but they're crazy cultists. They could, they might just stay there.
Crazy cultists.
Yeah, so that's my vote. Let's go in immediately after the shift, as quickly as we
no.
can.
I'm actually with Tadpole on that one too. Spend the rest of the month.
Just watching, see if we can glean anything important.
Yeah. More info, doing side stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to RP the rest of the time.
Sure,
going
we
through
can
the
just
2
do
weeks,
a couple of rolls
Yeah.
to figure out.
Yeah.
'Cause,
which is fine. Yeah, that's what I mean.
but
I
does
mean-
anyone else have
Yeah.
other plans? Because right now, from what I'm gathering, the plan is to wait until the shift of the next shift, and then straight through the front door.
Kick some doors in.
I like
Wait.
to note I did kidnap that person.
You did kidnap that person. This is sort of the same day, though, so there's
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we can bring Wally.
Molly.
That was kind of a half joke, but yeah, we can bring our spider friend. We can bring that layout. It's just now okay. So when the shift goes, everybody needs to be in these. The pretty much city is pretty much destroyed, right? With the exception of
It's like an earthquake goes off. You're not guaranteed to be hurt or anything during the shift, but it's likely. And not everyone goes to these sanctuaries either.
does somebody have that hut, Leomund's tiny hut, as a spell?
Yes.
Well, then let's put one of those suckers out there and sit in it when the shift goes down. We'll probably be safe, and then charge in.
Would Leomund's work? Do we know if that works, Grum?
Let me read it real quick.
It's impenetrable, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And plus, it also, who knows, that some people might actually leave that building for the shift.
Yeah.
Or of course, if it's a safe building, people might actually go into the building. So I don't.
I'd expect at least some would go to an actual sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oop. Not what I meant to do. Well, let's put it this way. We've got a plan out in the open. Does anyone else have a different plan?
Besides kicking the door in earlier, not really.
Well, besides
There's
kicking the
two
door
of those
early.
things we can fight them realistically. Well, I'm sure we could, honestly. We killed a fucking bit like nothing. Cough. No, we're fucked. Magic resistance, they got some spells. I think they said they had something stunny, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good thing.
It's also demon from the abyss, so that's why you gotta be careful.
All right, well, I'm going to use the restroom again. You guys talk amongst
All right.
yourselves. I mean, I got no stake in this one. I'm letting you do
Yeah.
your own thing, you know? I'll be right
So
back.
I got a hunch the layman's tiny hut would protect us.
I'm happy to try layman's.
And then just go in guns blazing. Because I got a hunch, even if we try to go in with subterfuge, you know, trying to sneak in, our first combat will wake up the rest of the, or will alert the rest of the.
No,
building.
they have true sight anyway, so it's not like anything matters in that respect.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would love. I actually was only half joking about if we find a way to, because people that are unfamiliar with it, that would be, you know, helpful. But I don't think we can. I can't think of a way to make that work. Unless he drops into a portable hole and we pull him out. But I think that'd be. So, anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Guts, what are your thoughts?
I say we try the tiny hut thing.
And then just go in like literally moments after the shift?
Yeah.
Rick?
He's dead.
I'm trying to work out what my thoughts are. Personally, I'm of the thought that like we good. We don't need to wait. But I mean, I'm happy waiting if that's what we decide to do.
Okay.
I'm
Adrian?
back.
I'm okay with it. I like to do some stuff during the downtime. That's about it.
I'm sort of just glad it's not an elfish now.
Or flying demon shark.
I think we got everybody, right?
All right, so have we decided?
Yeah. I think so. I think we're going to do the Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Let's just put the hut inside the building that we're in. So it's not seen, because we're just literally right across the street, right?
No, you're a couple hundred meters off.
Okay, well, that's something we could be there within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Easily.
Exactly. But you're not, right across the street.
That's fine.
So here's the next question. I'm prepared right now. Do you guys want to spend some time preparing, or?
Nope. I'm good.
We have 20 days. We have that person we haven't talked about still.
What?
Tattoo girl.
Oh, I don't think she can really add anything to our. I mean, you're welcome to try, but I don't see her. You got 2 weeks. Can we roll a couple rolls to see if we can get anything useful out of her?
Yeah, I don't have a problem simplifying things like that.
Alright.
All right, so let us get. And this
Let's
can
look-
be a group thing. We can get persuasion rolls if we're doing things on the friendly side.
Let's let the most charismatic. Let's let Guts have at it.
We can do imitation rolls. Intimidation rolls if we're doing it on the less friendly side. We can do deception rolls if we're trying to lie. I'm good.
If you'll me, I'm better at persuasion.
Try friendly.
Well, yeah, but she's locked up, basically. Probably tied up. Friendly, I don't think will be.
Oh god, that
Much
got dark all of a sudden.
However you want to do it. Let's just do it.
I'm still questioning why she was kidnapped in
Because
the
she's
first
the whole
place.
pirate map thing.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, yeah.
It was
yeah.
A
obviously
pirate map
so I
we
could
can
just
never
seduce-
use.
What is that? It's cool.
All right.
Come on,
Well,
guys, she was
I have
obviously
no.
kidnapped,
I'm
so
kind
I
of
can
agree. Pirate map is really of no use to us. The girls really of no use to us. I have no problems disposing of the body.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
The girl is no use to us.
We couldn't have just left her at the bar. We had to kidnap her just to murder her. Yeah, we are the bad guys.
Like we'll just like she's still like passed out, or we'll just put her off somewhere in an empty room. I don't know.
I'm fine with that either way. I mean, it's what you guys
That's
want to
fine.
do.
That's fine.
I mean, she's Adrian's thing to deal with. She's
No,
his.
we'll just ditch her.
Like, I mean, as long as we're not getting graphic either, by the way, I'm free to go down this dark road too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll just ditch her and ask, and I'll leave a note saying if she wants the job to find us at this location.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, let me get about 3 total checks for all the major things, and it's just 3 checks, so it's whoever has the best scores for intimidation, persuasion, deception.
I don't think I'm for any of those,
Can I
actually.
just give Rick advantage?
Is this
We
for what
can
now?
make the rolls with advantage, whoever has the highest one, and we'll sort of sum up. This is, X many days of looking out and trying to find things out. And I will give you all of my information,
I've got a +6 to my perception.
possibly my information.
I
Alright.
have a +5 to intimidation.
I'm not good at the whole talking things. I'm for sitting in
You've
combat
probably
and
got
taking.
the best intimidation there, Rick.
Yeah, no, mine's perception. I'm saying I got a 6 perception. Intimidation, I suck.
And then whomever would have the highest deception, which I don't know who would be.
I got a 6 in deception.
Probably you then.
2 in deception.
All right.
All right, so the mansion is more or less stocked with monsters of a various nature and cultists. There are 4 that you have to really worry about. Actually, there's 8. There's 4 that are decent and beefy on their own, that are called visionaries, and there are 4 that stay by the demon's sides, and you're not entirely sure why they wind up staying by the demon's sides, but they in some way or form or shape benefit the demons. Most of the other folks who are inside the mansion are pushovers, although there is some sort of strange creature that lives, or creatures, that reside inside the mansion and are the recipients of most of the meat.
Are they Reginald's?
Are they what? Reginald's? Not likely. Wrong number of arms.
Okay.
Your plan to use the tiny hut, sorry I went blank, it goes off without a hitch. You're protected from the city. Let me get, and this is a fun one, 1d100 roll from someone else.
Who wants to take one for the team?
Go for it, Guts.
Yeah, you do it, Guts.
I want to blame you.
I believe in you.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I believe in you, Guts.
44. The building is somewhat damaged by the shift.
Even better.
Nothing in the lines of, say, entire walls caving in or anything like that, but there is definitely some structural damage that happened. Notably, right here. The wall has been severely weakened. You're not sure if you could go in through the wall, but you might be able to.
We could blow the wall up.
Well, I've got a battering ram. Let's go. And a 25 strength.
We can get through the wall.
I can just shatter the
Surely.
wall.
Let's rush.
Are we all on the infiltrate plan?
Well, quote unquote infiltrate. We're Kool-Aid Manning.
I proceed to cast Kool-Aid Man. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's being loud.
Yeah.
Which door is this? Wall?
Right here.
Are we going in this way?
You
That
freaked
way?
me out because I
Let's do
wasn't
it.
sure if I was on the map. All right, if you would please go ahead and pull your tokens on. Again, as I mentioned before, not everything exactly lines up to the map itself, so just go by what the grid is on the actual Roll20, not the map itself. And some things will just be annoying. I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go on the front left for it. Arquebus ready to just
Question, Grim.
something.
Yes.
There it is.
Did I get all the items I wanted? Like, did we already do that?
You would have gotten them. I did not sit down and figure out what all you got or prices for them, but I mean, you could have very feasibly have gotten them.
Alright.
I believe. Let me take a. Oh god, I got the hiccups.
Are you okay?
Now I'm dying.
Oh god.
Die
do
after we
that.
finish playing. Priorities here.
We're not done with you yet.
Die
That's
after
right.
combat.
You must survive till the end of combat.
I'm going to, again, I'm just pulling tokens onto the map because I find it very frustrating to do it the other way and making them hidden and all that. We will likely not finish combat.
Yeah.
I mean, I say likely, but like there ain't no way.
Did we want to save it for next week then and just make next
Well, that's a
week
question. I mean, do you want
Yeah.
to save it for next week? I mean, we can get into it now and do. We got like an hour left. We can do an hour's worth of combat. I'm fully prepared, as I mentioned.
I'm
So,
fine either way.
I think I'd rather do, an hour's worth of combat. If we go a tiny
for me.
bit over, we can just pause mid-combat if need be or whatever.
Let's do it.
Some bit out of the way then.
All right, let me
And
get.
I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
if we do a bit of combat now, then it'll be easier for you to kill us in the next episode.
Exactly. Pretty much my thoughts entirely. All right, let's get some rolls from this battering ram then,
I also just blow the wall down if you want me to do.
or however you want to do it. I am going to straight up tell you that this is pretty intense combat, and who knows? I misjudge combat with you guys a lot, so maybe it's not pretty intense combat, but.
Want me to blow the wall, guys?
We did all kind of just get swooped up to.
Yeah. So let's go.
Okay, step back like
Look.
10 feet.
Let the tank have the battering ram so he's in first.
Yeah. What do I need to roll to better?
Just give me a strength. Whoops.
The ram would probably give him like a +2 or something like that, would be my guess.
That's like a +5.
Or a +10.
+4. I looked it up. Either way.
Do I need to keep? Do I need to keep going?
No.
Keep going. Surely. not after
You hit
that
it
one.
twice. You know, I'll give you that. And sure enough, you make a way into the mansion. Things are sort of chaotic. Lots of dust falling. People have mostly gotten up, but there may be some injuries here or there. I'm going to open it up as long as it is not a door. Man, lots of curves and stuff. Let us go ahead and roll initiative. Make sure to select your tokens.
Does anyone see what happened to my token?
You ascended.
I don't know.
Before we actually do anything, can I see anything?
It's a nice place. We should keep it.
Like, because I know that I can technically see these people out of character.
Oh.
But
You
Can I
would
see
see
them
more or
in
less
character?
what's in front of you. I mean, once you step into the place itself, you're going to be able to see.
Is it dimly lit, brightly lit? That makes a difference for me. As far as my my shadow step.
It would be dimly lit.
Okay.
The city does shift at midnight, so you know it's dark outside.
That's what I need to know. All right.
Okay. Uno momento. Maybe it would be a good idea if I rolled initiative. So with a loud clang, or not exactly a clang, it's not a metal sound, but either way, you manage to bust through the wall into this place. Guts, you are quick enough that you have the first action should you wish to take it.
Well,
If you-
move close.
Wish to delay your entire action until one of the tankier people go first, I'm okay with that, but you'll need to remind me.
All right, in that case, I'll delay my action.
Okay. So it is this person's next. And again, I have to go about 4 foot by 4 foot. He comes up, he sees what's happening, and he shouts loudly. What are you doing?
Rick, you have to see the line. Oh
Getting
yeah.
some fresh air.
I'm
Oh,
about
yeah.
to do that.
Is there a line we wish out?
Shout, oh yeah. Then charge out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just call
Except
later.
for the fact that Rick's all the way down there in initiative.
I mean, you can speak. Like, that's not something that...
To be honest, I might just say something stupid like, "Oh, why did you get some fresh air?"
Oh, yeah.
So is the cultist doing anything?
The cultist is... That cultist is not, except for shouting. Janian, it is your turn.
I step Rick and just straight unload my arquebus at that first cultist.
So it's a little tough to see doorways, but...
Fucking boom.
Yeah?
He dead.
So...
Just blunder blast him in the chin.
that bursting arrow isn't on that shot, by the way.
Yeah,
That's only for
with a
Rangers.
very loud bang, you use your new toy, and you basically eviscerate it. Poof. Tadpole, you're pretty quick too. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to run in, and I guess I see this guy,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm going to run over there and attack him 3 times. So it'll be broom, kick. And then,
He did.
all right. And
The
then run.
owl. Anything specific from him? Oh, I'm sorry. You're darting
And
back.
then running away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got the speed to do it. Nope. These are stairs.
Yes, stairs leading upwards.
Okay.
And there should be 2 sides. I don't know if you can see them
Yep,
both.
there.
Okay. The shadows are a little weird on it. Anything from the owl?
Owl will move forward. It's like there.
And the skeletal dragon.
He's that is the wrong dragon. We sold that one. I want the wormling.
Oh.
My bad. I'll just move them out. Don't worry about it.
All right.
But he's just gonna stay by me.
All right. This cultist. Right here. Whoops.
By the way, I'm looking to see if I see any other kobolds.
Okay.
Just let you know. As soon as I see one, I'm going to change my appearance to look like that one.
Okay. All of these that you saw are certainly more humanoid. They
was
are sort of darkly draped and all that, so it's not exactly but either way. This one comes into this room. And then something else happens. And you will
Giant
have
fuck
to
off demon
remind
kills
me
us all.
to reorder initiative later.
We order initiative.
The
Yes.
cult's pet Nevelschnave.
This one darts into here. And again, you will have to remind me to reorder initiative later, because they
We order initiative.
do
Hey,
not
reorder.
actually get actions just yet.
How does demons do against cannonballs, I wonder? Oh fuck, Grillians.
Man, what's that terrible line from the X-Men movie? Same thing as everything else.
Is that the one with the frog guy?
All right,
Talking
the
about-
skeletons.
Skeletons march forward one by one. There.
Excuse me. Rick, it is your turn.
I will just start off my turn by raging.
Okay.
Let's face it. And then I'm gonna move closer, but how closer is I'm not.
Also, again, because it's somewhat hard to tell, there's a doorway directly in front of you, doorway here, and a doorway here. And here.
I'm sort of gonna see what I can do about moving here, and
Mhm.
then I'll make an attack against this one, and then this one with a glaive,
Okay.
just because of reach. So the top one first.
Just enough to hit it. And, of course, subsequently kill it.
Wait, is that the 26 that's just enough to hit it?
No, the 12.
Oh.
I don't see a 26.
I did roll twice.
I may be lagging out a little bit. Let me refresh.
I can roll it again.
Yeah, go ahead and... Because, again, I'm refreshing now, but I don't see.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either. Just saw your 12, 20 mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the 20 is enough to hit it, too. Surprise, surprise.
Well, it doesn't really matter about the first attack then.
Not really.
Just being invisible.
All right, Adrian, it is your turn.
People invisible? Did someone say that?
No, I said my attack was invisible. No one else saw it except me.
Oh. I just move forward.
Okay. This cultist will come forward. Oh no, all my character tabs disappeared. Oh no. And will attack you twice, Rick. I think I hit the button 3 times, but only the first 2 count.
Whoa, the 16 hit.
Well, the 16 was the one that doesn't count.
Well, I don't see any other one.
Okay. Guts, it is your turn before it is your turn. Because you forgot to tell me.
I'm going to... Alright. And I don't see anyone. I'm assuming this is one.
You would see this one right here.
Alright. Is that around closer, right?
You broke up a lot.
That's less than 60 feet, right?
Yes, 45.
Alright. In that case, I would like to pull out my Pipes of Haunting and use Lament Full View. Not Pipes of Haunting, but I have them on me, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bonus action as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also like to cast... he's not wearing armor, is he?
That one is not. You're also clicking in and out a ton.
Oh. Let's see. I didn't hear the last thing you said. Besides the audio.
He's sad.
Oh. Alright, well, I think that will be it for now. I'm gonna try and disconnect and reconnect.
Okay. And I'm going to roll some more and then... No, I'm going to reorder.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Through the doorway bursts some sort of a 4-armed gorilla. Sort of pale, white, 4 arms, as I mentioned. Hungry, slavering, snapping jaws. It comes
Make good
forward
zombies.
and it attacks Rick.
Uh-oh.
It attacks Rick a lot. 1 bite. And 1, 2, 3, 4 claw attacks.
We
Save me one.
If it matches your AC, that's a hit, eh?
Yes.
Well, all of them except the 9 and the 13 hit.
Okay.
$11?
Yes, because it is all halved. So exactly 11. Guts, it is your new turn now.
Wonderful. Alright. So I'm going to move so to here. I'm assuming this is big.
You're breaking up again.
yeah.
Me a sec. Let me hold my action for now and see if I can get this audio issues fixed.
Okay. Well, I suppose we can do that as the doors are now opened. This one comes rushing forward. And targeting Guts, casts Sacred Flame, which is a dexterity save to negate any damage. You gotta ignore the attack part. So Guts, dexterity save from you.
Okay. Is this any better, by the way?
Yes. You negate any damage. It is a second gorilla's turn to attack. It comes up towards you, Guts, and it does the same. 1 bite, and 1, 2, 3, 4
Ooh.
claw attacks.
The first 2 hit.
First 2 and last 2? Or first 2 and third?
The third doesn't.
So the 18, the 16, and the 20?
I see. Oh, yeah, yeah. Where's the 20 come from? I see a 9.
Just below the 9.
I don't see. All I see is the attack, the claw attack 9/8, and then your
Yeah.
damages. I don't see any other. I see 3 rolls of bite and 2 claws.
Oh, there's 2 more claws that I made, too. There's a 20 and then a 15 below that. I don't know why it didn't show up.
I wonder if Roll20 is having issues today.
Perhaps.
Well, that was the 3rd time in a row that at least one of us has missed one of the roll.
It hits you for a total of 21, because... Or does a 15 hit? Oh, no, never mind. Because a 15 shouldn't hit, right?
I'm sorry, how much does it hit for?
21.
21. Alright. Let's...
Janian. It is your turn.
Oh shit. That wasn't good. As I'm stepping forward reload and fire my arquebus again at the closest gorilla thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a hit?
16?
This
yes,
one?
it is.
Yep.
Very
And
close.
then hopefully to get some flack off of guts, I'll go into melee range with it as well, dropping my arquebus and drawing my rapier.
All right. Tadpole, it is your turn.
Okay. Now, this is the closest foe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I assume because I'm so small, I can come around here.
Yes.
And am I not in melee range of this one, right?
Of the larger one? The claw attacks do have a 10-foot range.
Oof. Okay, well, can I attack this guy from back here? I mean, can I get, like, because I'm small, I can't remember if I can do that, attack, and then go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to do the 3 attacks again.
Mm-hmm. All 3 of those are hits.
And with advantage, by the way.
Well, they're hits anyway.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
It is barely hanging on. A stiff breeze will kill it.
That's my turn.
All right. The dragon, or whatever, wormling. Same thing.
Dragon's just gonna sit there.
Okay. Anything from the owl?
Owl again sitting.
All right. This... Man, what is it? Is it Chip Z holding on to it for the... Whoops, that's not it.
For what?
The waypoints. U?
Q.
Q. Yes.
Oh, you know what? It's too late, right? To do anything.
What were you
Too
going
late
to
to
do?
do add my sneak attack.
We'll go ahead and let you.
All right.
And that is enough to do 1
Okay.
additional damage and kill it. This one is going to attack Rick twice. Whoops, wrong one. Missing both. This one is going to come back out.
Big boys.
Attack Rick twice with advantage. And miss. Rick, it is your turn.
If I move to this square next to me, I will take advantage attack of opportunity.
Yes.
But would I also be able to target that thing because of this line of sight?
With what?
Javelin.
You would, but yes.
Right.
I mean, you'd already be taking line of sights, but... Or...
I thought there was a wall like here that I wouldn't be able to attack past.
There
and I
is,
also
but there's
sorta
a
wanna
there's a
try
door
and-
right here and a door right here. Again, they're kind of...
I wasn't sure if they were open or not.
They are. They... The Gorillians have come bursting through the doors, basically.
But yeah, no. Basically, my plan is to get a line of sight onto this one with this guy in the middle because of the javelin that I've got.
Right.
If I throw them at this one, both these two have to take the dex save or take the extra damage?
Yeah.
And they don't actually get the 2 damage from rage.
Sure.
So
Okay,
take
so
2
it's
damage.
a DC 13 dex save. We will start with the Gorillion, who makes it. We will go to the Acolyte, who makes it. And finally, we will end with the second Gorillion, who makes it. So is it a half damage? I never remember. Half damage, yes. So... so bad at math. I hate myself. Yeah, so they take damage. They take 23 damage from the lightning, but they do not take the piercing. The one in the back takes both.
Yes, that one takes the piercing damage.
Yes.
And there were 2 attacks there, right?
Yes.
Alright.
But I gotta do math. Hold on.
You know, I just wanted to make sure you knew that there were.
That is enough to kill the one in the back.
Hey.
The skeletons. It is your turn.
I'm just gonna move forward into the wonderful firing line, the firing.
Mm-hmm.
That. Lagging up a bit.
A wonderful firing line of firing.
Can I see this one?
Yes. Let's see. 2 hits.
For 19 damage.
That is enough to bring it down. All right. It is the Visionary's turn. Ugh. Hold on. He is moving here, and he is casting Slow in a 40-foot cube.
Oh man.
Whoops, not right here.
I can't see him, can I, from outside?
No, I'm afraid not. $40. Right here. So, I never remember if it needs a saving throw. Yes. Wisdom saving throws from Rick, Janian, Guts, Tadpole, and the skeletons. DC is...
Skeleton.
DC is 16.
Damn.
What? Oh!
And one from Janian.
Can I spend a luck point and reroll?
I believe so.
You know, Guts, you forgot to give us inspiration, or not inspirations. What do you call it? Bardic inspirations.
Damn it.
God damn it! I always forget. Well, as soon as I guess I'm back up from whatever this thing's doing, I'll give you all some. Play ocean.
Did you want to re-roll that? Rick?
Yeah, one of you is lucky.
That was my reroll.
That was your re-roll.
Reroll, you reroll.
Yeah, I got 10 on both.
Oh, I only see one roll on here, but alright. I also don't see a
my
roll
other one's more up.
from Janian.
Didn't see Jane roll either.
Janian, I can hear you breathing, but
Is he dead?
Dun dun dun.
sure hope not. He may have fallen asleep.
Again.
I'm gonna ping him. Hold on.
Just say Khan's if he's asleep or awake.
Because that's some rhythmic breathing that he's doing.
This happened to me before. I used to do a late night one and I'd fall asleep.
It is pretty early for him. I'll give a roll for him if I can find his sheet. Let's see, wisdom save.
In all fairness, by now it is 8 o'clock, so it's not that early.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's the one who says he never sleeps, but he's always sleeping. Jadian actually makes it.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Fall asleep there, buddy?
No. I fucking didn't have my headphones on.
Sure. We heard some rhythmic breathing from you. Well, good news. The guy cast slow. You are the only one to succeed on your saving throw.
Oh, yay.
So what that means is you take a -2 to AC and dexterity saving throws, and you can either use a bonus action or a regular action, but not both.
Okay.
But not you. You're fine. Funnily enough.
Oh, I thought
You-
that was making just did that.
Yeah, you're the only one who made it. The other ones failed. From out the doorway comes yet another acolyte who will get close to Rick and cast Inflict Wounds upon you. And I am going to
I suppose that hit.
denote spells used by little thingies, otherwise I will forget with that many people.
Wow.
That's a lot of people.
That
That's a lot of damage.
might not be right. Hold on.
3d10 plus 0. Oh, it's not meant to have toe. There's the crit. It's count. Unless he did crit, then I take that much damage.
It would be the 16, but not the crit, because you managed to kill everything else off. And my roll 20 is messing up. 'Cause I think it's hung. It might be back. I'm not sure. Adrian, it is your turn. We will see if it did or not.
I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna. It was Rick, and I see.
Can you see Rick? Yes.
I cast haste on Rick.
Okay. I can't bring up my
I'm
spells. Ugh.
slowed and hasted.
All right, I gotta refresh, and I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Do we know if I leave the slow area if I become fast again?
No, I don't think you do. I think it's on you.
But if I kill the guy who's concentrating,
That depends if it's a concentration spell or not.
it is.
Even if you damage him, he might lose concentration. If it is a concentration spell, which I don't know.
I was having a look at it. It is in 5 AM. Up to 1 minute.
Do we know who cast it on us? Which one? Okay, that guy here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You left us to die. What? Who said that?
Haste is only 1? Okay. Well, you are no longer slowed.
So that cancels it out.
Yes.
Alright.
All right. So, this one right up here's turn. Why isn't it? Look, I don't care. Oh, and again, all my things closed. This one is going to cast Sacred Flame on Rick. It is a dexterity. Well, as you can see, dexterity 11 negate.
Should have advantage now. Or something with haste.
Either way it works. Doesn't haste just cancel out the slow?
I'm talking about for the... I don't think that's the thing. Effects-wise, maybe, but haste has other effects too, I believe. That's something you'd have to look up, honestly. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Either way, it is a dead Gorillian's turn. So we will jump past that, and it is a living Gorillian's turn. It is going to attack Janian.
Yep.
With 1 bite. And 1, 2, 3, 4 claw attacks. I did them a little slower. Did they all show up?
2 of them did.
They didn't all show up again? There's a
No.
4, an 18, 11, a 20, and a 23.
Well, only the
Yeah,
23.
the
hits.
18 and the 23 didn't show up, at least for me.
I got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
11 and the 20.
Yeah.
That's so
Okay.
weird.
Maybe I got to do it slower or something like that. It hits you for 8.
8.
Did the damage show up?
Yeah, damage showed up.
It's so weird.
I love being able to say no to, like, all damage.
A lot of it, anyways.
Yeah.
It is this cultist's turn. It will come forward, Rick, and it will attack you twice. 1, 2. Presumably missing both times.
Yes.
Guts, it is your turn.
Did you say something? Because it cracked up. I didn't hear it.
It is your turn. Let me
Oh, okay, cool.
jump in. All right.
going to cast fear on this big gorilla, this
Mhm.
big lug.
Fear is a 30-foot cone. So you're hitting.
Rick, move out of the way.
You can choose not to hit Rick, and it'll look like this.
Please, yeah.
Alright, so wisdom save. We'll start with this guy right up top. Wisdom save. What's your spell save DC?
15.
15. So he fails. We'll go to the Gorillion. He fails. We'll go to the first cultist. He fails. We'll go to the second
fails.
cultist. He makes it. Let's see. So they all dash away as quickly as possible.
Good.
So, that is about as far as he can go. The Gorillion will... as quickly as possible, this guy will... they actually go much farther, don't they? It's a dash action. All right. And the other one is not afeared. It is his turn. If it ends a turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you, the creature can make a wisdom save throw. Or on its turn, right? No, it has to get away. Alright, so it will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 away. And it will make a wisdom save throw. Failing it again. So that's pretty much its turn. Janian.
Wow, things really ran away. You said there was a door here, right?
Yes, there is. There's also some things that I forgot to do. But we'll save it for next one, because it's my fault. But yes, there are doors here, 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 and here.
Do you need a hand down there, Rick?
I should have these 3 at least. I'm not sure if I'll be able to kill that guy, but I mean, I might be able to at least attack.
Well, someone else can help you then. I'll go there and slap one rapier attack against each of the 2.
Okay.
Top one, bottom one.
Okay. They both hit.
Sweet.
Let's see, the top one. And the bottom one. Tadpole, it is your turn.
Okay, so is it obvious who cast the silence spell on us?
Yes, and slow. It is this one right
Yeah,
here.
that was, yeah, okay. So my next question is, as a DM, if I shoot him with my magic missile wand, it is 3 darts. Does he have to make that save 3 different times? Because I can actually send the darts to 3 different targets or 1 target, so it's 3 separate impacts. Does he have to make the Constitution? What do you call it? To keep concentration. You know,
Each
does
lot
it?
of damage, I'm pretty sure they have to reroll for the concentration.
Yeah, does he have to roll for concentration to maintain the spell 3 different times with the missile? Because it's 3 darts.
No, it's just one. They hit more or less at the same time.
Yeah, they do simultaneously, but it's 3. It is 3 different. Okay, that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot him with my magic missile, undimension missiles.
Magic missile. So that's a total of 10? Okay,
Yep.
I see it.
Yep, and he's got to try to maintain concentration.
Yes, and he rolls Constitution to determine if he keeps concentration. And he does not.
Nice. My work here is done. That's
So
okay.
the slow falls off of everyone. And I gotta scooch my map. The young black skeletal dragon. Or the wormling, whichever.
I fly into here, and I was gonna just wait there.
Okay. Anything from the owl?
Nope.
All right. It is this person's turn. It will come up, attempt to come up around Rick. It has plenty of movement to do so, and will attack Rick twice with advantage.
It just moved past me. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Well, it was right here. It's got, enough movement to do that. I just didn't move it.
Damn. Yeah.
So 15 halved,
Is that
which is rounded
7?
down. Yes. This one will move forward and do the same thing. Hitting once.
This one?
For 3. Excuse me, rounded down. 2. And Rick, it is your turn.
Well, I will breath weapon at these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be the bottom 2.
Yes.
Don't ignore the extra damages if they show up.
Sure. Let's see. We will start with the top one, rolling dexterity. Failing. And then we will go to the bottom one, rolling dexterity. And it will succeed.
Surprisingly, that wasn't enough to really do much. I shall also. What weapon was I using in combat before? Was the
You're
glaive,
using the glaive. Yes.
I shall take a multi-attack with the glaive
Mm-hmm.
on the ones that I didn't kill yet.
So we're going to start at the top and then move down, or because there's 3 surrounding you right now.
The first attack on the hold on a sec. This one,
Okay.
and then the second attack on the other one beside me.
I only see one attack with a 20 and a 30.
Ah, okay. Roll the other one. The other one's a 16 and a 14, but
That hits.
I'll
How
roll
much?
this one for you.
I mean, I'll take your word for it.
It's
well enough
2
to kill
damage,
it.
and yeah.
All right, the skeletons.
Skelly bones. Can I get this person?
Yes.
Three hits?
3 hits.
Oh, that was an extra one. But
That's
all
fine.
7.
Man, you just rolled 4 7s in a row.
Do I win?
You might. Okay. It is not bloodied. Alright, it is going to cast Dimension Door.
Who? Where?
And it will
Like,
teleport here.
wait a second. Oh, it's just moving 5 feet away?
No, I mean, it can move 200 feet away, but it is moving, just a couple.
Where was it?
Hmm?
Where was it? I didn't see where it went. Oh. That's lazy.
And that will be its turn. Let's see.
Well-
The one cultist's turn again. Or, excuse me, the acolyte's turn. It will cast Inflict Wounds again upon you. Rick. It will fail.
That time it
Adrian, your turn.
I will. I'm gonna do a thing. Is this door open?
Yes.
Okay, can I see that weird dude inside?
Yes.
I will cast, good old, lightning bolt. Dun dun dun. Yeah.
It fails. It is bloodied.
Yeah.
So we'll do that by block. Alright, this one below is going to cast Inflict Wounds onto you, Janian.
Yep. I'm here.
20.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah. Alright.
Get that, we get a shit out of here.
This Grillion is going to move out of sight of Guts and then attempt to do its spell. Save.
Guts is so spoopy.
Which it succeeds, so it is no longer feared. This cultist is going to do the same thing. but it is still scared. All right. And now, the rest of the people get to enter combat.
All right. Move
And I
right
will be
next to the.
reordering, so
This.
sit tight. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Because it may not be your turn. It's still your turn.
All right.
Vincent,
Oh, listen.
no,
I
I'm not
moved
too
toward.
bothered as well. It's not vegan.
Move towards this cultist right here, or acolyte, whichever one.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he's a cultist.
That's a cultist, yeah.
And I am going to slash at him with my rapier, try and get him right in the butthole.
All right.
Oh well.
Well, no, because of Rick, you have advantage, so you do hit him.
Oh.
And for 6 is not quite enough to kill him.
All right. And I guess for my bonus action, I'd like to pull out or just sing a little rendition of Ocean Man to give everyone bardic inspiration, or to give not everyone, but who needs bardic inspiration?
Everybody could use it from one time to time because it
Yeah.
lasts for 10 minutes, right?
I believe so.
If
Yeah.
everybody could use it, I plan on basically disengaging and going after that Gorillion, so I definitely wouldn't say no to it.
All right, well, I'll
Believe
give
or
it
not,
to
that was my
Jankin
plan
then.
too.
Yeah.
Me and Janie and
Yeah,
both
priority
thinking
to the
that same.
frontline guys.
Yeah. All right. So I'll give it to Jankin. You get an extra 2.
All right, it is this one's turn. This one is afeared, so it will attempt to be unafeared. Accidentally hit it twice.
Unafeared.
It is still
He makes
afeared.
it.
The first one was a 6. I don't know what order it came in, but
18 came up for us.
gotcha. So out of this doorway, there are 2 more. It will attack the skeleton in front of it. Twice. With
Does
a
that
dagger.
door open into the hallway or into the room?
Into the room.
Okay.
So likely only one of those hit for 5. The other one moved, but it did not move far enough, so you cannot see it. Janian, it is your turn.
First, I use my bonus action to disengage,
Mhm.
and then my action to dash, so I can get it. And then I'll use my action surge to slap a double attack on it.
On the Gorillion?
Yeah.
Both of those hit.
Oh.
Tadpole, it is your turn.
Okay. So I am going to go ahead and go over here. And how tall are the ceilings?
Standard height. So what, 10 feet?
Roughly.
Okay. So I'm going to run up the side of the wall so I don't have to conflict with the skeletons
Sure.
and attack this guy here. I'm in the hallway there. I'm not in the... So I am going to do whack, whack, kick. Oh wait, wrong one. Whack, whack, kick.
The kick misses.
That's an advantage because of pack tactics.
Right, okay. They
And
are
then
all
I-
hits then.
And move back where I was.
That is enough to kill it.
Okay.
Anything from the owl? Likely not. Anything from the dragon? You may be muted.
I was muted. Is this guy alive still?
Yes, he is.
I breathe on him very menacingly. Actually, I can do this from over here. Fuck, I'm forward.
Dexterity is not his strong suit.
He's in range.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Damn, that's a lot of damage. I didn't know there was that much damage. Oh, that's the wrong one. I have the skeleton open still. Alright, there we go. It's actually that.
Okay.
Just be there for it. That makes more sense.
Again, it is not dead yet. Oh, I forgot this guy used a spell as well. All right. Let's see. It is the cultist in combat with Guts and Rick. It will attack Guts twice. It did not like being prodded in the butt.
How injured is everybody?
Well, it hits.
Sorry, he's on half health too.
I am uninjured essentially.
Oh, peep, these nerfs.
For 9.
I'm a little bit.
Yeah, how's that rage versus AC treating you now, barbarian?
Actually, pretty well. I
Yeah.
mean, it is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It's just no fun that way. All right.
I've got slightly more of a chance of dying, and that makes things slightly more interesting.
It is this one's turn right here. It will attack Rick twice with a dagger.
A dagger. Is he really even trying at this point? Well,
Well-
obviously, because he hit me. Do both of them hit? Or is it just the 19 there?
Yes, because you are surrounded.
And then 1 damage popped up for me.
Well, we're
Which is
more or
the
less
5+4.
going to wrap up combat right here because it is, 3:30. I understand if people cannot stay.
Okay, well then I'm gonna log off now.
All right.
Have fun.
Have a good one.
Guys,
Take it easy.
it was good. I'll talk to you next Thursday.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, man. Bye.
Do you guys want to go through combat until Tadpole's next turn? Or do you just want to call it here?
No, we can call it here.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Well, a good session. Pretty good one. Combat's going interestingly.
No, Grim, on a previous note, since we kind of skipped 20 days, could I have done the leather working stuff I wanted to do?
Sure, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I'm
I can now
really
make leather
busting,
armor
so
and
I will
other items.
I was a little bit surprised on how much damage those javelins did.
Oh yeah, those things
Yeah, they're not quite
Not
mini
yet.
lightning bolts, but they're pretty close to it.
Well, the thing is that like a lightning bolt does 8d6 of damage. If you hit with the spear and the lightning bolt, that's 5d6 of damage. So if you throw 2, that's 10d6 of damage. So that's more damage than a lightning.
It's a lot of damage.
straight up. I'm pretty
It's a lot
happy
of
with my
damage.
first attack with that Arquebus being a crit and just obliterating the poor guy.
How much damage did it do? I don't remember.
Enough.
The crit?
I mean, sure, it was enough to
Yeah.
kill it, but
It didn't do a shit ton because it's only 1d10 and it's already too far gone up, actually.
yeah, I just scrolled
it's
myself.
my javelin. That was my first attack.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't do a shit ton compared to like lightning javelins or anything like that. But at the same time, I can pull out my magic boomerangs when I need to and stuff like that. The
Yeah.
Arquebus is literally just for the memes and for the fact that it's a 400 yard range or 400 unit range.
The main reason I actually have those javelins is so I can have some sort of ranged option. But damn, is it good at ranged?
It's pretty good.
Shit, yeah. Anyway, I am going to go to, like I said, I am but
Yep. I'm heading out as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody who joined us. It was a pretty good session.
yeah.
Hope you all have a great day, and peace out.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Yeah.
y'all.
See you next week.
I don't
and
know.
talk during the week or